Yeah, I don't see anything on her stream.
Oh no. Honestly, it really shouldn't
Y'all
be
don't see
this
anything on her stream?
bad.
Do you want to restart the stream?
I just restarted it and everything's dropping now.
I see it's on 15, 16, 17.
It was at
20.
40 earlier.
Hey, Dreams.
Okay, how is it now?
They say it seems fine. Let me.
It should
Let
be
me
fine now
refresh
because
here.
my frame rates are now at 4% instead of 70.
Yeah, I see people as well.
Okay, is it good? Are we good?
Alrighty. That's a good sign.
Woo!
Okay, good sign so far.
We got a stream.
We got a stream?
Refresh.
We got a stream. Okay. If my streams never start out with scuff.
Everyone. They say it's really bad.
Yeah, it was
Put
really
it
bad.
on 160p if it's really bad, or try to refresh the page and hope that we can carry on properly.
Yes. The number one thing I always check for is I always look to see what my drop frame rates are when I start the stream. And we started right out at 40.
Oh my god. And you know, sometimes it's not us, it will not work. Oh.
It's not
Try it anyway for
but
the lols.
we are here.
I had once a lot of drops and like 5-minute delay. I just stopped the stream completely, gave OBS like a moment, and then restart a new stream, and it was fine. Sometimes it's like something is stuck at the beginning, and it's ruined from there.
Sometimes what I have to do is I have to turn off OBS. I have to restart my PC, and then anything that opens, I close, and then I restart the stream, and then it works.
And that's a great example of how much tech issues we still have today. Not only VTubers, streamers in general. And VTubers have double that because we need to deal with VTube Studio, Live2D, Vroid Studio, all the models and such in the scenes. It's so much easier sometimes. Oh my god, it's Nyx, Mimic, and Fumi. Hello,
yes,
Arrow.
It is. Hello,
I don't know what's going on, but everything is fine for me. Perfect. Thank you, C2.
See, this is why you don't
all?
become a VTuber. You have less tech issues. Look at me.
You know,
I have no
and
issues whatsoever.
You're so correct. In this 1 year, I've been constantly doubling with going back to being a flash tuber, live action tuber, because you don't need to deal with VTube Studio and model and overlays and all this stuff. You just put a camera and play a game.
And then your GPU and CPU doesn't die as much.
Yeah, I use the PNG so much because VTube Studio just kills my computer.
My programs also kill mine.
Nyx, I have no idea how you run a 3D model and play a game. The computer should be able to handle that.
It really shouldn't, but I make it work. So I actually have 2 programs going when I do a 3D model. I have 2 programs plus the game plus OBS.
Have you considered getting a second PC?
That's why I have a second monitor.
No, but a second PC. So one you could use to like render stuff, your model and everything, and then everything else.
I thought about it, but I'm just kind of like, we'll see. I can work with all of this still, so it's not bad at all. I think really my biggest... Yeah, because my biggest issue really is just my Wi-Fi. Because I can play... Well, I guess, like, one difference is, like, when I play games, I have to play it at the lowest quality.
Yeah.
That's like...
Open setting, drop the volume to 5%, all the quality to low.
Yeah, so that's like my exchange. I can have my 3D model running, I can have everything running, but my exchange is my games have to be played in low quality.
I mean, it's really more dependent on what kind of monitor you have and how much your GPU has to work, I guess.
Oh, my computer does it makes sounds.
What? Okay, hold on. Time out. Hold on. What kind of sounds?
So there is one time There was one time I was streaming and it made a hissing sound at me for a good 10 seconds.
She's a
What?
snake in the PC.
Was there smoke?
No,
Was
there was
there any-
not. There was not any smoke. But then for like the next day, I like was trying to figure out what was going on. But my PC was making a hissing sound, like a snake hissing.
That's very concerning.
Could be
I
one
know,
of the
that's-
fans.
That's what everyone
not having
told
a good
me.
time.
Yeah,
it
there's
was-
there's a reason why.
It was so
Yeah.
loud that it threw me off.
Oh my god. My PC, when it overheats, it goes beep, like a really long beep that basically screams, please turn me off. And sometimes it would do that randomly. Usually when I open Chrome. If I open Chrome during a stream, man, that's doomed. That's good.
Like what? Are you like? Is this the price of VTubing?
Yes.
Your hardware gets destroyed out of nowhere.
Yes. Yes. But then you get to buy a new one. So it ends being okay, I guess.
It ends being okay because you get to have new stuff.
But listen, the thing is that we use really old PCs. I don't know about Nyx. My PC is like 12 years old. The fact that it manages to run a game and a live 2D model is a miracle. And just shows you that anyone can do it. You need a very basic setup to do it.
Let's see. I made my PC what years? I made my PC 2 years ago. And nothing has been updated since.
I too built my PC 2 years ago. Oh wait, I got a new PC right here in my new setup where I do stuff on.
Oh,
Dubious stuff.
congratulations.
You have two
yeah.
setups though.
Yeah. Doobie. You know like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, he's always scheming something.
Oh.
You know, he has all his doors and all that. It's like the same thing.
That kind of dubious, I see. Maybe it's time for introductions. What do you say?
I was about to say, I think it's
Oh,
time
yeah.
for introductions.
Hmm.
So,
Who's gonna go
everyone,
first?
welcome to the 22nd episode of the Nameless Vtuber Podcast. I am your co-host, Nyx Oleander, and we are here with Mimic, who is the other co-host.
Woo!
And today,
All right, hey, I'm Mselboim. I'm a VTuber.
we forgot our introductions.
I'm a
And-
D20 Mimic VTuber doing DD art reading, gaming, voice acting, collabs. We got this a weekly podcast. Oh, we're doing something big on Saturday. Something
We
really big. Really big. Oh my god, it's so big.
we
Oh my God,
we
it's the
are
biggest
actually
thing ever.
doing something very, very big on Saturday. So check our schedules, check out the time, and everyone should
We'll
join
tell you
in on
later.
that.
It's a secret. We'll tell you later.
Yes.
If you look at the walls,
Something
you can see
big
some. You
and
can see some.
secrets. That's
Yeah.
now that sounds kind of dubious.
Mm.
That kind of sounds like my kind of thing. Oh man,
Yeah.
makes me wanna get excited and go to that thing on Saturday. Make me come to that event.
So Nani asks in chat, "What's our opinion on cheese?" I say yes to cheese.
Yes, the cheese.
What kind of cheese? That's important.
That's true. What
I
kind
say
of
yes
cheese?
to all cheese. Any cheese.
Even blue cheese?
Yes. You know what? Goat
cheese
cheese.
is
Goat cheese is meh. Goat cheese is.
cheese.
What?
I've never had goat
less.
cheese.
I don't know. It
What?
smells like wet goat fur, and it's like reminds me too much of a
Oh.
farm.
I literally just kind of thought it was like, oh, and the cheese probably smells like a farm.
Yeah.
So
That's the feeling.
so that would be cheese for furries. Goat cheese, because you said it smells like wet fur.
Mm,
Oh my god.
not all furries are wet.
But I mean, it becomes more potent. The smell like a wet dog. If you,
Oh yeah.
it's like kind of like that.
You know what? I think furries they don't consider the smell.
Wait, what? They don't?
What?
I don't know. Maybe they do.
I don't think I've
Maybe-
ever really like talked to anyone who like said anything about like smells.
Any furries in chat? Do you consider the smell?
By the way, this is
But-
a great introduction to the podcast.
Yes, but we are here with Fumizemori. I can't even say your name.
Fumai.
Fumi, would you like to do a little introduction for yourself?
Fudge. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a script. Hold on.
Is it Fumi or Fumaiz? Fumizemori.
It's Fumi is Z Mori. It's like a
Fumizemori.
yeah. Just like that. I swear. I'm not nervous. I'm not breaking. Anyways, hi. I'm not a VTuber. Contrary to popular belief. I'm also not a tsundere. I'm not a bottom, contrary to popular belief, and I'm really bad at video games. Now that's true. I'm a variety streamer. I'm cringe, and you're supposed to be imagining me sing all this with the NFL music. You know, the one da 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 da. Yeah, that's supposed to be playing in the background doing all of this.
We do hear some static noise in your background, like a shh, instead of the music.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me.
We're hearing the wrong music.
Yeah, is that an an electric fan?
Oh yes, it's a.
I'm gonna say this year, I have met so many people with an electric fan in the background. It's how many people are using electric fans today?
A lot of people.
I mean, air conditioner as well.
Okay,
I have like a handheld fan, but it doesn't make any sound on stream.
I live in Texas, and it's effing hot in Texas. And
So
my
hot
AC is broken in Texas. And I'm running several PCs at once, and it's very hot.
Oh my gosh.
Several PCs without air conditioner? That's playing a dangerous game.
It's
It's
okay.
okay, use your
AI
fans from your PC to cool you down.
I don't think that's how that works.
And I also had a question: if Fumi is not a VTuber, what is Fumi doing here? Well, we are a VTuber podcast, but we don't necessarily going to have VTubers every time. We have artists, we have real life streamers, we have hybrid, we have all kind of people because you want to see sometimes the position of another person. And in general, there's a lot of things that are common between VTubers and non-VTuber streamers. If it's loot-tubers or just artists, riggers, all kind of stuff like that. So it's really nice to freshen it up every once in a while, and see some other points of view.
I tend to know a lot more voice tubers who they don't stream with a PNG or a camera. It's just their voice in the game. Though, granted, I did meet Fumi when he was just streaming with his hand in the camera. Hand only.
Okay, listen. If you say it like that with no context, it sounds so weird. It's like my chat has a hand fetish. They don't. I guarantee you. They're more into thighs. They have been begging me to show my thighs, which I'm not gonna do unless I get paid. But yeah, they did it because when I was playing FPS games, they wanted to see, you know, my hand movements. If I truly do had boomer hands. That's the only
boomer hands. Oh,
boomer hands.
Mm-hmm. They say you can judge a person's age by their elbows. Is that true?
By their
elbows?
They didn't.
Wait, they didn't see my elbows. Okay, like that's
like old people. The end of the elbow. The end of your elbow. When you get older, it gets like more wrinkles, like a turtle's back. You know, like
but I put lotion on my elbows every day.
That's cheating then.
It sounds like you have eczema.
You're an elf. You're like.
Wait, why do you have to use lotion? Yeah, wait, you're an elf. What the fuck?
Yeah, you have magical skin. What's with the lotion?
Age.
I can still use lotion.
Oh my god.
Elves
don't need lotion. You have magic skin.
Or you have poor circulation. I mean, that's all their indication.
Maybe it's the mushroom DNA.
Probably disturbing
the elf DNA.
But I actually have a clip to support Fumi's I don't play games well.
Oh
my gosh.
Are we ready for this?
No, how do I show the clip on my stream? On my recording?
That was my issue last week.
That. What did you do? How did you solve it? Can you send me the link?
Let's see.
You know what? I have
He
a great.
have
I'll just. How about I secretly open Nyx's stream here, and then I show her showing the clip.
we'll
That's
have to
gonna be the
figure this out for next
scuffiest.
week.
Yeah,
mean,
we're gonna have to prepare just before
Do you,
things.
do you want a link? I mean, they're both on my YouTube channel. Like, you can watch it there. But you said send me a file. I'm like, okay, I'll send you a file. You want a
Oh
link
my
or?
god! And you didn't send the file to me as well, Nyx.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
What?
Mimic, look
Coco.
in the call.
Oh my god, it is. Well, you know, it's just just play. Which one do you play? Which one?
I'm
do you
gonna
play
be
first?
playing the Hollow Knight one.
Oh my gosh.
Right, okay.
Let me know when you're ready, Mimic, and I will show it to everyone. Real professional stuff here. Exactly. We figure stuff out during stream.
I just quickly downloaded both of them. I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Okay, we are gonna show a gameplay that Fumi did. Here we go. There we go.
It's time. It's time. Why can I not jump this? Wait! Why can I not? Wait! I can't even jump! Wait! No! Wait! No! Wait! Hold on! No! Wait! No! Okay. Okay, relax. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get.
So Fumi, did you ever get over that ledge?
Hey!
Did you
what's
ever
going
get
on
over
in-
the ledge?
Explain the clip.
I plead the fifth. Okay, so you know what this song was playing in the background?
Mhm.
That's You Say Run from My Hero Academia. So the reason why I chose that song is because literally the whole idea is when I was fighting the boss, that was the Hornet, right? Like, it was shouting the whole time. Yeah, oh God! And I'm like, okay, listen, I'm dying because they're yelling. What if I turn in myself into an anime character? What if I shout out these ridiculous catchphrases? It will give me a power up. I mean, okay, I did that for a little bit. That didn't work, like, at all. So I'm like, okay, what if I play hero music? What's the one song that gets people riled up? The person that's always slapped down on the ground and pick them back up and say, I could do it! I'm the hero! I'm the main MC! And you know, it's You Say Run.
Rick
So I
roll.
played
It's a
it.
Rick roll. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That's a really motivating song.
I mean, I could have played that. That would have been more helpful than this song You Say Run, because I did worse when I played the song. At this point, my chat labeled me as a villain. You know, when the song plays, the person who does worse is the villain. And what happened? I did worse. It destroyed me in like 2 taps. It usually takes 5 taps to kill me. How does that happen? I'm the villain. I'm supposed to be the one that saves the forest or whatever in the game, but I'm made out to be the villain. So what did I do? What? My chat kept calling me a villain because of my laugh, and what actually happened? I turned over. I became a villain, and what do you know? I actually beat it. And like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, is this how villains are created? They want to be the hero, but it never works out, so they just turn to the other side and everything flourishes for them.
You're Doofenshmirtz. Look at that. They knew. They listened to you.
They do.
You are Doofenshmirtz.
I feel like I haven't played it, but watching you play it made me want to play Hollow Knight just to see how hard it is.
It is a hard game.
It is a difficult game. Okay.
It's a gorgeous game, and it's really, really big, and people love it. But it's really, really difficult. You gotta play a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll save the other clips for later.
But you know what, Nyx? You conquered Bad Mojo. You can conquer Hollow Knight.
You think so?
Yeah. Just need a lot of attempts. Some
lot of
screaming clips
attempts.
like from here. There's gonna be screaming clips, a lot of them.
Yeah, there's gonna be a couple of F-bombs you drop. You should have a counter for F-bombs. It'll definitely come in handy.
Assassin
Oh
counter,
my
definitely.
gosh.
I
think mine would be a fudge counter.
5 push-ups every time you die.
Oh
People
my
love that.
gosh.
It
I
should
would-
be the strongest elf on the world if that happened.
Oh my gosh. I don't I don't know if I could do that. I already was just kind of like when I had to do like my 300 400 push-ups, I was already kind of like dying. I don't know if I could do it every time I died. I don't think I could.
How about 1 death equals 1 push-up? You're still gonna die.
I'd still die because I said before it was 2 push-ups for every gifted sub or sub. I died. My arms died.
I mean,
You
you got
know-
stronger, right?
You know what it means,
My
chat?
arms are a little bit more toned. They are toned.
Robotic arm. One
Robotic
death, half a
arm.
push-up.
One death. Wait, how do you do half a push-up?
I don't know what she died.
I don't know why she died. Dreams.
271. 271 subs from Dreams. This is crazy. This is 540 push-ups. Actually, been
Yeah.
talking with someone recently about doing push-ups on stream, and they asked me, "You got money to do push-ups on stream?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't you think it's kind of pathetic?" And
Oh.
that question really caught me by surprise because I've been doing jumping jacks and push-ups and squats for subs, and we are so thankful to people like Dreams, and I have Zero and Sordek who gave me subs for that, and other people. And I'm thinking, I'm an entertainer. We're entertainment people. We are clowns. We do everything and anything for the money. It's part of the job, you know. And obviously you have red lines. There's some things you won't do, right? There's bath. How do you call this? The bathtub streamers, the hot tub
Oh,
streamers,
bathtub. Yeah.
where they write. Yeah, the hot tub streamers. They write. Is there a hot tub category now? I'm not sure.
There
They
is.
write the names of the people who give the sub on their body. So like you imagine Nyx in a swimsuit in a hot tub, and every time she gets a sub, she writes the name of the sub on her body. So that is something I don't see myself doing. But since I love fitness, I think doing push-ups and such for subs it's great. Both to keep the health of the streamer. It's in line with redeems such as hydrate and stretch.
I feel like I've seen a lot of people recently. What they will also do is that they will have like either channel points or bits where they'll have a workout wheel, and so when someone redeems it,
Mhm.
they'll spin the workout wheel and they'll do that workout, which I've thought about doing. So I've definitely thought
Yeah,
about
and then
doing.
you have all kind of workouts in there.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever do a workout on stream, Fumi?
I mean, here's the thing. I already have. I mean, this is a concept that I made up. So I made. Okay. This is gonna sound really weird and like what the fudge, but let me explain the whole thing, okay? So I got one of my friends that are girl drunk on stream for content.
Oh.
Okay, let me finish. No. Let me finish. No.
Okay, okay.
Hold on. Damn it. No. Let me finish. While playing Val, so what happened is we were playing, and whoever got the least amount of kills amongst the two of us, they would do a shot and get drunk. Now here's the thing: I don't personally drink because I like my liver. So what I did instead, I said if I lose, I have to do 25 push-ups.
Oh.
So she got really drunk, and my arms were dead, so I couldn't like aim to save my life later on. So I got worse and she got better because she started to sober up. But yes, I technically got someone drunk, a girl drunk on stream for content, but okay, listen, but she did it under her own fruition, okay? I didn't force her to, it just kind of happened.
Just kind of bad.
Do you want to go to our first topic for today?
Yes, let's go on to the first topic. Let's go with, let's see. I'm gonna go with number 1, actually. So,
Number 1.
I'm gonna go with number 1. I was thinking about these yesterday, and I was kind of like, it's a very widespread discuss topics. So, is streaming a numbers game?
He's streaming a numbers game.
And what I mean by like a numbers game is streaming more about like getting more followers than beating others in a number, growing at a faster rate, getting followers from other streamers or from raids, getting
let me start by asking you a question, Nyx.
Yeah.
The goals that we set last week, did you do it?
Oh, that's right. I did post a TikTok. Did you
Hey,
go on a walk?
congratulations. I did yesterday. We had a family meeting, and I went outside on a 1-hour walk. I went by where I grew up, actually, in a different city. Saw all the places. There's all kind of old, weird shopping centers that I never got into. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into there. It's all weird and broken and graffiti and it's a crazy, dangerous place. But I'm like, oh, it's my childhood here in this area. It's not as dangerous as I make it to be, but it was very weird experience. And I was very sweaty. It's really hot right now.
Ooh. I was actually.
I want to talk about the goals because go
yeah,
ahead.
I forgot about that. I was like, I had it in my mind. I was like, okay, we're gonna talk about the goals, but then we had my Wi-Fi issue, and that just went downhill.
But the goals, they work.
They do if you make them attainable.
Yes. And yesterday I went to the wizardry server that we will announce later. And Silinx and I did some. I worked on some TikToks. He worked some other thing, and we work together every few days in voice chat. Every person works on their
Oh no!
own stuff.
Is that my Wi-Fi?
I finally got the balls to go in OBS to docs and remove the Twitch stats doc. Finally.
Oh.
We have Wi-Fi issues. I'll say it again then. No, we got Wi-Fi issues. Wi-Fi issues. No.
I think we're good. Wait. Let's hope. Let's hoping for the best.
Let's hope so. Maybe it's just me. Oh, I think they can. I think we're back.
I think we're back.
Chat.
I think we're good.
Okay. So I was saying that everybody says turn off the numbers. Don't look at your followers. Don't look at your viewers. Don't see that kind of stuff. But I tried. I really tried. But every once in a while, I would open up the followers numbers again just to see. I want to see how many people right now, how many people are viewing, how many people watching. Because I was curious. I want to see. I do better. I do less better. But getting those updates mid-stream is so bad. It's so bad. It's always ruined it for me. You see, suddenly you're like 4 viewers, and it's like, oh, it's so demotivating, And then suddenly you jump up to 20 viewers, and suddenly you're motivated, and it can just disappear after in an instant. I remember once I got raided by 40 people, and after, I kid you not, 5 minutes, it went down to 5 people. And it gives you this feeling like you're not good enough even for a raid, But you never understand those things during a stream. You can only look at them after the stream. So this week I finally said, okay, that's it. I was actually looking for ways to lift the load from my PC. And I saw that if you go to docs in OBS and you remove some of the docs, then you save a bit CPU power. So I removed the Twitch stats. I can't see how many people are watching me right now when I stream. And then after a stream, I will watch and analyze the statistics. But I never look at it anymore during a stream.
I know some people who
So
actually I know
delay,
a lot
but
of people.
okay.
It's like it's gonna be lagging for a little bit for sure.
Are you lagging, or you can hear us on Discord?
I can hear you guys in Discord. I'm just waiting
Okay.
for my red bar to go back to green.
Oh, I see.
But I know a lot of people who remove their Twitch stats on OBS actually. I personally don't because I need it to keep me talking. I need to know that there's people there so I just don't go silent.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm thinking this is gonna be on YouTube at one point, so I'm gonna talk to the people who will watch this in the future. If someone talks in chat, I talk to them. If nobody's in chat, I talk to myself like I'm talking to audience. This is the entertaining way to do it. This is how I did it a year ago. But then actually when I got viewers, I went to what you say. I will speak when there's viewers. When there's no viewers, I'm gonna try to, I don't know, sometimes speak. But turning my head around to see how many people are watching right now became an annoying addiction. And this whole numbers thing is just, it's a serious, real bother for me in everything that's streaming. If it's Twitter, if it's Discord, everything, all the numbers, they're just a bother. And I really wish I could just remove them from my head completely. It's like a big gacha game, and you constantly feel I gotta have better numbers than other people.
I feel like I think that's like where the main question is. Like, is streaming just based off of numbers? Fumi, what's your intake on this? What's your input?
Well, I would say it really stems from what your purpose is in streaming. Once you answer that question, then the other question is streaming a numbers game becomes more validated. You're able to flesh it out, be like, oh, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's more on the context of what your goals are. For me, I would say not necessarily, even though it's very contradictory to what I'm trying to do. But because for me, the reason why I stream is for the reason of trying to entertain, trying to make the best content that's engaging, that's will make people pay attention, be like, oh wow, this is kind of funny, or this is kind of entertaining. So regardless if there's 0 people or 10 people, if you're able to talk, you're able to entertain, when there's someone there isn't, that'll be a great skill to have utilized. And I think that's very important for people who are starting off streaming very small. It's actually, I think it's better for you to not have any viewers, to start from scratch and just build your skill of being able to entertain for the sake of entertaining, not necessarily trying to go back and forth with the chat. I mean, that's an amazing part of stream, that you're able to interact with with a whole buttload of peoples that you'll never meet IRL. That's the great thing about streaming. But they're coming to you, yes, to have a conversation, but more times than not is to be entertained. So if you're not being entertaining for them, they're gonna go to someone else. You're a waste of their time. Why they're not there to be your friends. They're there to be entertained. So if you have that mindset when it comes to streaming, you're gonna start thinking of how are you gonna innovate yourself in a way that's able to encapsulate an audience, and they're like, wow, I can't leave, I can't go. I'm kind of addicted to this because I'm having so much fun. If that's the case, then it doesn't really become a numbers game, because people will come and go, they'll be busy and whatnot. It's more in the fact that, do we have reoccurring viewers? Are they always willing to come back, talk to you, interact with you more? That's the thing that should be more focused on if that is your goal.
I think every VTuber I talked to this year As said, do not look at the numbers, ignore the numbers. It's a common thing. It's a common knowledge. It's the obvious answer, but it's so hard to do. It's really really hard, especially when we build on platforms like TikTok and Twitter. All of these platforms are playing this numbers game like it's an actual game gamification to try and motivate us to log in and spend more time in the platform. I cannot explain how many times I went to Twitter this year for no reason, doing really stupid posts because I feel like I have to post something. I have to do something because I gotta get more numbers, because numbers will give me more exposure, and exposure might get me to the dream of making this a full-time job. And to be honest, I don't think looking at the numbers is the actual answer. But it's so hard because you don't know the answer. I don't know how to become a big giant VTuber. One day, if I make it, I'll probably know how to do it. But right now, I don't know how to do it. And so I reached this point where numbers is kind of like my only clue. And since this is my only clue, this is what I'm going for. And the result is that there's a lot of anxiety that comes with it. A lot of wrong answers for questions. You ask a question, and instead of going for something like Fumi just said, focusing on recurring viewers, your answer immediately is do something else, post another video, post another TikTok or something, and get more numbers. Actually, got a VTuber friend, and she has been growing very fast, faster than me, and she reached 50, 60 viewers now, average. And a few weeks ago, she posted on Twitter that she is worried. She doesn't know how to move on from that point. And she is actually considering graduating and finding a real job, because she can't make money out of this. Out of 60 viewers, and she can't make money out of this. And it's really demotivating when you think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes, like, just like looking at that perspective, it's very interesting, because then there are people who have an average who is much less, but they are able to, I wouldn't say make a living, but still have like enough from streaming that they're happy with it.
Yeah, they make more money, more subs, more bits.
So Anthony says there's no definite way to achieve something great. You just poke and try everything until you finally looking at numbers gives you a lot of anxiety, but sometimes you have to choose between entertaining or being successful. Am I the only person who doesn't get anxiety by looking at the numbers? I think a lot of people notice that I have to look at the numbers to remember that there's people in chat to start talking, because then I will just go silent. Not intentionally, but I just, like, my brain will just shut off if there's no one there. And so even if there's like two people, I'm like, okay, there's two people listening, so I have to keep talking. Doesn't matter what the conversation is about, I just have to keep talking. So that's how my brain works, and that's why I have to keep the numbers up so I can remember that there's people there and I can't just go mute.
And I said something smart. I keep telling you that I don't see myself doing full-time streaming anytime. It would have to be better than my current full-time, and it's not gonna happen. And maybe it comes down to what Fumi just said, that if your goal is to entertain or have fun, that's one thing. If your goal is to make a full-time job out of it, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But I want both. I want to entertain, and I want this to be a full-time so I can entertain more.
I mean, I'd say it also is dependent on, of course, if you want to grow a channel, you need to have a niche, and you have to be very strategic. If you just, I'm just going to stream, I'm just going to hope for the best. It's so, as you could tell, it's already so saturated. There's more and more people wanting to stream. The question is, how are you going to stand out? And because here's the thing, everyone's doing the same thing. They're posting on TikTok, they're posting on YouTube, they're posting on Twitter. They're trying to get a following on different platforms. What are you doing differently than everyone else that's making you stand out?
I feel like a lot of people don't even think about that. Because I haven't even thought about that until you just mentioned it now.
Mm-hmm. I saw many videos about that exactly thing when I started a year ago. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to be a streamer, how to be a VTuber, and they all talk about this. Find your niche, stand out, be different. And when you think about VTubers, well, of course you had the first VTubers like Kizunai and the people of 2017, 2018 who stood out by being VTubers. And then you had the Hololive Myth girls, Gurakali, Hina, who's Hina? Gurakali, Ame, Ina, and Kali, and Kiara, and they stood up by kind of like being there the first, main English speaking group that actually worked. It was magical. But then when you look at it today, there's so many VTubers who do everything basically. What do you do that's different? And that's I think after a year I still can't answer that. I thought D&D would be original. There's other VTubers who do D&D. I thought Tarot would be original. There's other VTubers who do Tarot. I thought, I don't know. I'm the only one who's doing creepy Elmolaf, I guess. And it comes down to, can you commit to your niche? Let's say my niche is playing the Binding of Isaac. Can I do only that? Or mostly that? I'm a variety streamer. I want to do different things every time. I want people to like me for who I am, not for my activities. But then it's much harder to grow like that.
I mean, again, I would say I have a very different perspective. I think just because of how I started, because I started with like no one. I kept my thing a secret. You know Hannah Montana? You know how like the show she has like two wives. She's like a regular high school girl, but she's singing around, dancing, and everyone like there's only a few people that knows her secret. I'm essentially that because I don't want to mix in my IRL life with streaming. So I started with like nothing. It took me like 3 months to get like affiliated. It was very, very slow. I didn't really stick to like one particular game, try to hit a certain like community. I just played whatever game, and then slowly but surely a few people just watch me just because they're bored and they're interested because of the entertainment value that I gave them, that regardless of what I do, they come back. Again, that's not the best way to grow, but that is a very good way to get someone or a community that is extremely loyal. So it's like a very slow progress. So because of that, I think it's a lot easier for me to just jump to different things without really worrying about, oh, will my like viewer base, what percentage of them will keep on watching me. I already know it's going to be already firm whatever I do because of how I started.
Let's see, Arrow says, I would love to do this full time, but until then, it will be an era exhausted after full time whenever I have the time to feel like it, which won't be the best mood to grow either. And Rooted One says, the number games is necessary evil, I believe, but I think it will start to warp your content behavior. Like you said, you are making Twitter posts you don't want to make. I think it slowly leads to hollow or unenthusiastic content. I agree with that. Even if you find a niche that it goes viral, for some reason people will grab it. Look at Pokemon Smash and Pass. Arrow got a good point. Markiplier did a Pokemon Smash or Pass and everybody imitated him instantly because it was amazing. But everyone also went back to see Markiplier doing it, to see the original thing.
Because yeah, even if you can get a niche, someone else is just gonna take it, claim it as their own.
I mean, I really have to innovate.
Yep, innovate, make things new, crack your head. And here's an unfortunate question for you guys. Maybe innovation is not being a VTuber. Maybe it's not here. Maybe this market, this industry is already completely, fully saturated. They've done everything. Maybe that's a loser's way of thinking. There's gotta be something new.
No, there's definitely definitely some things that the VTuber community has not done yet. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
But you also need something not only that hasn't been done, something that hasn't been done and that people want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And finding that thing,
So probably what the biggest thing is that do you have a skill? Do you have an asset that you excel at? Couple that with you being a VTuber, that will grow your channel regardless. I believe that to be the case because people will come to you because you're an expert in one thing. You have authority to speak in a way, and also on top of you being entertaining, bam, that's like a match made in heaven. So if you have something that you're excel at, utilize that in a way to market yourself, and people will just come to you just for advice in that field, or just to also just interact with you because you're an interesting person. So the question is, do you have a skill or an asset that makes you a little bit more unique, that stands you out from the crowd? Because for me, I'm a biochemistry major who's really bad at video games, who's in the medical field.
Do you do anything in biochemistry in your streams?
Yes, I teach biochemistry. If they ask
He
me a
does.
question, like, oh yeah, you want to talk about this drug? I'm like, oh, this drug, let's talk about the mechanisms of how crazy it is. Dude, I taught my chat that sleeping gives you cancer. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but I read the paper and I got surprised. I wanted to share it with chat, so I was telling them what happens, and now at this point they're like, oh man, I'm sleeping too much, man, I'm gonna get cancer, I'm gonna get stage 4. I'm like, bro, okay, relax, it's not that serious.
Fumi really does do studies. Like, he'll teaching streams, the amount of streams that I've hopped in, and he's just teaching his chat, and his chat is just kind of, I come in and there's like, save us. But then that kind of just shows.
I'm finishing a master's degree in political sciences, and I thought maybe I can go and blah about politics or something on stream. But even then, as I know myself, I would be bored out of my mind in like a month, and we want to go do something else. That's why I'm doing so many variety things, because I cannot focus on one thing. I cannot imagine myself doing one thing. Like, I see those, I don't know, Valorant streamers or choose one game that they focus on. I can't play only one game. I can't do only one activities. I see a lot of female VTubers do just chatting streams, and it's really, really successful. And they can sit there for hours every day and just chat with chat. I can't do that. I need an activity, and it has to be different every time. So maybe someone like me, who can only do variety and can't do a single niche, maybe I'm not cut out to being a VTuber, to be a streamer.
I don't think that's necessarily the case. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that you do. My chat knows I don't do that all the time. That's not like the only thing that I do. I mean, I bring it up every so often. Like, let's say I'm playing a game and I'll talk about some nerdy medical stuff, and chat's like, oh gosh, please just play the game. Like bringing up here and there. I think you could incorporate it in like some parts of your stream. Be like, oh yeah, chat, did you hear about this new thing that's going on? Let me enlighten you. Like while you're playing a game, while you're doing an activity, just a little like bits and pieces. So your chat, she's like, oh wow, there's a lot more to mimic than just being a variety streamer. He has some knowledge on political science. Maybe they might come and be like, hey, did you hear about this event that's going on in this country? What are your thoughts? What are your takes on it?
Chad, you want to start talking about politics in my streams? What do you say?
Wait, a minute. That didn't come from me. I swear. I'm just saying.
We can blame
What
Fumi.
was that?
Okay, alrighty.
Choose a country. I'll talk to death about it. The problem is that talking about countries, other countries, you will insult someone. Someone is gonna be insulted.
The timing of whatever sound that was.
Please, Nick, no.
Arrow.
You know what could be a fun stream to do? Wrong politics discussion. I will talk about politics, but I will only talk bullshit.
Yo, that could work.
I will say nonsense, and people try to fix me. I'm like, no, this is real. This is what's actually happening. Yes, America is actually...
People will come and watch you. They will come and interact with you. No doubt about it. It's gonna be entertaining.
I'm gonna go to controversy streams. I'm gonna say controversial stuff that should not be said, like Canada is America, actually.
Dude. Yes.
Every time I say that to a Canadian, they are pissed off so much. I'm like, no, Canada is in America. You gotta deal with it. And Russia is in Asia. You gotta deal with it. Russians are Asians. This is Anthony, you're Asian. That's part of it.
Oh my gosh.
Like, look at Hassan, bro. He's doing very well.
I could see
Talking
this
about
going
nationalism all
so
the
well
time.
and so bad at the same time. I
Yeah,
thought you
fix
said
it,
wrong
don't waste it.
politics.
No, it's annoying
see,
politics.
I feel like
Tell me
that
the sad truth.
See,
That would be
look,
very
Chapter's already
interesting.
eating it up. Look at that. See, it's working a little bit.
Russia's in Asia, but I wish it'd be more in Europe.
We should be more in Europe. Well, some people claim that Russia is actually Eastern Europe. Which is so weird.
Wasn't there
Some
something
pe-
called Eurasia, though? Like
Yeah, it's Eurasia.
Exactly. So some people would say Russia is Asia. Some would say it's Eastern Europe. Some would say no, it's Eurasia. So oh my God, it's like when you try to understand Australia and the whole area, New Zealand and such. And then they're like Australia and stuff like that.
Oceania.
Oceania, yeah.
Just give up and just give it a completely new name. But since we are on the topic of school, shall we go on to question number 4? Actually,
Cool.
yeah, how to be a student and a streamer at the same time.
Oh my God! And
I
also,
thought this
to
was gonna
those
be a
who have
great
now
one.
the big August summer vacation, does it help or disturb your streaming? Because I just got news that some of my family members who have children right now, they don't have kindergartens for the new children for August, so they're going to leave next door, and I won't be able to stream it sometimes now. Usually,
What?
That's
it will.
unfortunate.
I won't be able to stream at night, so that's okay. I don't want to stream at night anyway. But just in case I would have wanted to stream with, I don't know, with an American here and there, then now it's impossible. No night streams anymore. No, only noon and day streams, which is good. It's healthier.
Healthier? We don't need healthy.
Summer vacation? What's that? I didn't have a summer break. I've been going to school and going to hospitals and working 48 hours. That's fun. And streaming.
Yay, doctor schedule.
A
What's
doctor's
up?
schedule. But yeah, I thought this one was really interesting because it would be the first time we're having 3 streamers who are out of undergrad, so getting a degree in the area they want to be in. Mimic, you're getting a master's in political science. Fumi, if you could explain what you're getting.
He said biochemistry. Didn't you listen?
So I have a BS in biochemistry, which means bullshit. I mean, bachelor's of science in biochemistry, and currently I am going to school to become an RT, which is a respiratory therapist, aka I just stick tubes into people and tell them to breathe. If they don't, I slap them around a little.
I remember I
Wait,
talked to
slap
a
around?
brain surgeon once. Yeah. I talked to a brain surgeon once when I played Pokemon Go. And he was like, yeah, I'm a brain surgeon. I'm what? So I asked how it is. What do you do in your day? And he was like, oh, just, combining pipes to each other.
Honestly, that's so valid. Plumber.
Basically a plumber. I'm basically a plumber.
Oh my gosh, that is actually
get
so
paid-
funny.
A good plumber.
A good plumber.
A high-end plumber.
I am
Top-notch
very
plumber.
expensive.
Oh yeah, you're going to debt for me.
Oh my
SSR
gosh.
plumber.
And then for those of you who don't know, some of my chat knows, I am in a PhD program.
She's doing a PhD in horror games.
Yes.
That means permanent head damage, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It
She
really
has that
is.
already.
Yeah.
It really means that.
Actually, no, it means two things. So, permanent head damage is one of them, and the other one is poor, hungry doctor.
Poor, hungry. Yeah, that's right.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing a lecture once a year.
How
So how is it studying and streaming?
how is studying, streaming, and just your overall schedule like? Because for me, it's already very hectic for me. Because I don't get sleep. I just put it flat out. I don't sleep that much.
She doesn't sleep. The amount of caffeine she consumes, chat, is ridiculous. You could shoot her with ketamine and she'll still be awake. That's how much caffeine is pumping through her whole body.
Where did I put my
And
drink?
to those
Now that you
those who
mentioned
don't know
that.
what ketamine, those who don't know what ketamine is, it's the continent between the two Americas.
Yeah. That's ketamine. Yeah.
I almost spat my drink out.
Mimic, big news. What's the big news, Shimon? Did you get
Dangerously caffeinated.
Lotem got an anime? What's Lotem? I'm listen. I don't know abbreviations. What's Lotem?
Lord of the Mother.
of the mummies.
Mommy. What's
Lord of the
Mummy.
Mummies. The zombie mummies in Egypt.
I thought you got Kafka or something.
Kafka?
got
Oh,
from,
Franz Kafka? Franz Kafka, the Czech
Franz Kafka.
writer.
Hmm?
Yeah. Who actually wrote a beautiful story called The Metamorphosis about a guy who turns to a roach, which is the basis for the game Bad Mojo
Bad
that
Mojo.
Nyx really, really loves.
It is a very fun game. I would recommend at least to play once.
That's why the cat is called Franz, named after Franz Kafka.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yes, I do drink a lot of caffeine as I take a sip right now.
Dude, you don't understand. Every single time, literally,
Every conversation.
she would send a picture and be like of the picture of the caffeine she gets, and she goes to like Costco. For those who don't know Costco, it's this huge like place where you're able to get things in bulk, like a lot, like wholesale stuff. She's like, yeah, hey, this is my caffeine dose for the week. I'm like, how?
For the
How
week,
are you not
for the
dead?
day,
Oh yeah, sorry, for the day. Yeah.
for the first third of the day.
For the first third of the day. For those of you who don't know, I actually do name my caffeine, and I go up to caffeine 4 or 5 sometimes.
Oh my god.
So
What
that's
do
how
you
many.
name them? What kind of names?
So, because like people
Like
ask
Johnny,
me,
Bob, Fred?
so I have caffeine 1, 2, 3, and 4. So basically, like my
Oh, you
morning
numbered
drink
them,
is coffee. This is caffeine 1. When I finish caffeine 1, I go into caffeine 2. So then people will ask me, which caffeine are you on? I'm on 4.
I thought you
I'm
named
on
them like
4.
Fred, Bobby, Albert.
I
Actual
should.
names.
I should start doing that.
You know, there's
Just start naming them.
the pretty big VTuber who, once she redebuted, many people claimed that she is drunk. She drinks a lot, and she claimed she's not drunk. And one day I was like, okay, I want to see what's up with that. Was she drunk or not? And there's a clip of her doing. I don't have a can here, but she has like a sound of a lot of pile of cans next to her computer. And one day in the stream, she said that she's addicted to energy drinks. And then I connected the dots. It's not alcohol. She was just really addicted to energy drinks.
Mm.
And I don't use any energy drinks. If I get coffee, I limit myself to 1 cup of coffee a day. Not more than that, because I know how addicting it can be. And so if I am, if I'm in a scenario where I need coffee or an energy drink because I didn't sleep enough, I need to change what I'm doing right now. Something needs less priority. Either it's my studies or streaming. Something needs to be less of. So sometimes I would stream a few hours less. Sometimes I would limit myself. 12 a.m. I'm done streaming, no matter what. Sometimes I say, okay, today I study less. Today I don't watch a movie. I started actually in the recent years to watch movies and anime on 1.5 times, just to save time, because it's at a point it's I want to watch, but it's a waste of time.
So you're a speedrunner. Got it.
Speedrun watching stuff, yeah.
I mean, listen, I do this like YouTube videos. I watch like 2 times speed and I skip around.
Yes,
What?
yes, exactly.
No.
Some of them are very boring.
Yes, amen, brother. Oh my gosh, finally I found my people.
I didn't want to do it a few years ago. I felt like, no, you can't do that. But then a friend of mine was like, hell, I watch everything faster. And then I started, and I cannot go back to normal speed. I just can't.
Yes.
If I watch something at normal
What?
speed, it has to be really, really, really good. I just watched, what was it? Damn, I just said really good and I forgot about it. I watched a movie. Oh, the new Spider-Verse. The new Spider-Verse, which I have a lot of complaints about the plot holes, but I could not watch that on faster speed than normal because there's a lot of going on and it was fun to watch. It was just fun to watch. But then again, I watched the Transformers 5 movies by Michael Bay. And I can't watch that on normal speed. No, I have to watch that on 1.5 times. And then there's stuff like JoJo. JoJo, second season in the desert, I watched that on 3 times the speed.
I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah, some parts are drag. That is so understandable. Yeah.
And that made it fun.
I've
made it
really
fun to watch.
never heard anyone speed running animes. What?
Otherwise, I wouldn't watch it. It's either that or I don't watch it at all.
Yeah. I mean,
And my brain, believe it or not, I can understand and read fast enough. I can do it. My chat here knows how fast I speed. I speak. I listen twice that amount. So why should I be limited to normal speed? Have fun.
Yeah, be productive. You know, just spend less time getting content in. I mean, like, listen, my mother does the same thing. She'd watch like soap operas, but she would understand what's happening, so she would skip around, like, and she would finish like an hour episode within like 20 minutes.
That's amazing. Save so much time when you do it. Think about watching 10 episodes. You just save like 4 hours. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. Like, yeah, that's why I'm a speedrunner at like watching content too. I learned it from the best, my mother.
By the way, I have a friend who's doing that with books. He is a fast reader. I'm also a fast reader, but he's a fast reader to a creepy degree. And he just skips around. He says, listen, when you read a book, there's a lot of bullshit that you can just skip through. You just have to figure out how to do it. And with university, I kind of managed to do it. There's, like when you read books or articles, you quickly... One of my teachers in first year told me, listen, you don't have to read everything. You have to learn how to differentiate the important stuff and the not important stuff. Like if there is an introduction to something that you already know, you can skip the introduction. You don't need to read it again. While in first year, I was just reading every single thing because I thought, what if it's important?
Yeah, I still kind of do that. I still have to read everything. Because the stupid part is like the professors will be like, tell me what this was about. And then they want it in depth. And so it's hard to not read because the professors will be like, okay, we just read chapters 5. And picks a random student, tell me a summary of chapter 5, but tell me all the important parts. And it's just kind of like, and you forget one thing. There's like, you forgot this. So if I could, I would literally jump around in the section if I could read it, but I can't.
It's pretty amazing that the guy is doing that with books, like fantasy books. He reads fantasy novels, he understands it. Maybe he doesn't understand anything. Maybe, you know, it's not the same. You never get the same content. But you do save a lot of time.
I mean, okay, listen. Probably what's the things that's probably the fastest thing to read is Victorian writings or anything from the Victorian era, because all that, like 95% of that is like, oh, look at, like, oh, I gave him a cup of water. It would be like, oh, Mr. Smith headed me this this gauntlets of H2O that will quench my thirst. It's like, okay, dude, get to the point already, man. It's not that serious.
I've actually read something like that before, and it's so funny.
If you skip the intro dumps, you don't understand anything. Yeah. But okay, let's talk about this. Japanese role-playing game, JRPGs, they have the tendency
Oh my god.
to dump you. I love them, but they have the tendency to dump you with blocks of text at the beginning.
Oh, they do.
You just 5 hours of tutorials. And the tutorial is not like teaching you how to play the game. It's just, here's a block of text. Here's like a booklet to understand how to play the game. And like, oh, come on, just get on with it. And then you, on one hand, you want to skip. On the other hand, if you skip, you might not understand how to play the game, and then you might not have fun. So on streaming, I can have fun with it, with the tutorial. Just read it in like a fancy voice. But when I play in my private time, there's so many games that I played on stream this year that I could not have played alone. I just couldn't. Cassette Beast, which I just completed, I love the game. I don't think I would have played beyond part 1 off stream. I'll probably need to watch some YouTube videos at the same time. Not to mention stuff like, I don't know, Diablo 4, Honkai Star Impact. Actually, you'd be surprised how many games I played on stream that I found extremely tedious, boring, and exhausting. But because I could talk to my chat at the same time, I had fun doing that. Arrow is in the chat right now. We played Diablo 4 Season 1 at the same time. And it was horrible, but we had so much fun complaining about it together.
Yeah, see, I hate reading stuff. That's why I hate JRPGs. So what I do is I skip all the dialogue and then I ask my chat what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they're like, you dingus, you didn't read it. I'm like, listen, it's 5 hours of text. I mean, I could do that, or I could be smart, be like a lost little child, like, Mom, where am I? And you just see me as like a helpless kid, crying about not knowing anything. You're like, oh, you poor stupid child, let me help you up, you dingus. Let me help you. That's how you do it. I'm like, thanks, mother. How do you do this next thing? For God's sake! Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my relationship with my chat. So yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite streams was when I played Eidolon, which is a Idle Maple Story-like game.
Oh, yeah.
And Arrow convinced me to play it. And I didn't want to play it, to be honest. So I went with the least amount of expectations. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wing it. And I'm not gonna read anything. And I skipped all the text. And Arrow was in voice chat like, why do you skip that? Because you're gonna tell me what to do. And he told me everything. It was so fun. I need that. I need someone who play the game to listen. You know what? When in a way I did it with Nyx and Miyu and every player that I played Bad Mojo with. They don't need to understand. I'm just telling them what to do. That's the ultimate way to play. We all need this whisper box.
It's the little voice in the back of your head. Go to the left, go to the left, then you go to the right. That's what happens.
Real story.
That actually happened because of my lag. Mimic told me to go to the left. I went to the right, and Mimic's like, no, go back. And so I went back, but because it was lagged, I was already going the right way. So he said, turn around. So I turned around.
And the game is really confusing. You go left, they go right. You tell them the other right, the other left. I mean, it's also really fun to see people stumble and get confused. I did feel like when I read tutorials, people are less engaged. It's a lot more boring for the viewers. And when I skip and just start a game, then people are like, "Why are you doing this?" And then they're actually more engaged. So maybe we should always skip the tutorial.
Yeah. Listen, it works out amazingly. My chat has to interact with me, or else they're gonna get so fed up. It causes them. I mean, no. Listen. Okay. None of my chat is here, right? Okay, Cryo, cover your ears. Go away for like 5 minutes, okay?
I know. It says it, I'm in a lava hell phase, pushing W4.
Cryo, cover your ears, okay? See, so my chat accuses me of being a master gaslighter. I am, but we don't say that to chat. I just deny and say, chat, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what gaslighting is. So if you gaslight your viewers, they'll interact more. They have to come back and be like, okay, I need to be sure I tell this guy what to do correctly so he doesn't die. In game, of course.
You gaslight your whole chat.
Okay. Let's not put words in my mouth, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. What does gaslighting even mean, man?
No, he's correct. I gaslight my viewers all the time. I never died in a video game.
Ah, see, there you go. That's the house one, okay? Mimic's word, not mine. Mimic 2023.
Anyone there who claims that I died in a video game, the clips are fake.
Clips are fake.
There you go, yeah.
Actually, I have a perfect clip for that one. For you, Mimic.
Oh god.
I have a perfect clip, actually. We're gonna watch
Oh
Mimic's clip.
It's my clip, everyone.
Are you ready, Mimic?
We're watching the thingy, the melatonin song.
Yep.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright.
Perfect, you're an idiot. Please don't bother my employees again. I shouldn't write this kind of harassing email to the precious customers. Only to the boss. Then you burn the email so nobody see that you actually are in porn website instead of working. I didn't say that on stream, you imagine it. This is just a dream. I never stream on Fridays, so you have no proof. Wait, actually you have proof. This can be clipped. Please, Anton, don't clip this. I will be amazing. Let's clip it.
There you go. Mimic is amazing at games.
And
yeah, of course.
I show the TikTok version.
Oh, the TikTok version?
A bit more edited and subtitles.
I actually listened to it a few times. I was like, what is he saying?
For the future viewers, to watch the TikTok version, you have to check out my VOD, and to watch the full clip, you have to check out Nyx's VOD. That's how we get people to watch both streams.
Mm-hmm. And to find the edited version, you can also go straight to Mimic's TikTok.
Yeah,
that also
has a tuna song. It's not gonna be terminated by then. Because TikTok can be they can be TikToky.
Yes.
Seriously, I never had so many issues with a platform like TikTok. I don't know what's their story. I don't know what's their deal. It's just, oh my god. Maybe I'm not ready for TikTok.
You're too much for TikTok. They say they're not ready. They can't have you yet.
I think we barely talked about balancing school and streaming.
But
we should go back on that topic. Sorry.
But yeah, how do you guys balance streaming and school?
So, my university it's the Open University of Israel, and you need to be there only once a week. And since it's a master's degree, it's most of the work you do is self-work at home. You're gonna read articles, you're gonna sum up stuff. You barely study in class. And then during COVID, half of all the courses started to be on Zoom. So it's even easier in that case. I even save time on driving to university. So I have more time to stream. Sometimes when I worked on my term papers, I did it on stream. Actually put a keyboard ASMR. I wrote in a small window what I'm actually doing right now, what kind of term paper I'm working on. I did a paper on VTubers. It was really fun. Obviously, I couldn't show people what I'm doing, but it was fun working together with other people. So if I'm able to combine school with streaming somehow, I want to do it.
I've done that a few times.
The unfortunate thing is it's gonna take more time. It always takes more time from your day, and you're gonna have to do less of one thing. Either you study less or you stream less.
I definitely felt that. I feel like after going back to school, I feel like I stream a lot less than I'd like to. Hopefully, I'm going back to school in, what day is it? 2 weeks. My schedule is going to be different again. I think I'm at school 5 days a week. Question mark? I don't even know my schedule.
Wow, that's a lot.
But like the thing is, like I still have to commute to school because my school has actually gotten rid of Zoom. They don't want students to do Zoom anymore because people are getting bad grades essentially. Like no one's showing up, and so they don't let anyone go by Zoom anymore. So it's all you have to be in person, and you have to be there. And so I always had to
commute time still. Is probably commute times is a bit more, I guess.
For me, it's gonna be about an hour.
Each direction?
Yeah.
So like 2 hours a day that you're just wasting on.
This is driving.
I'm driving. I guess
and so
this
that's
time
why I stream less.
You can listen to stuff, podcasts, books.
It's
Other people who are not Nyx, you can listen to these VODs of our podcast.
It's actually like for me at least, it's a really nice moment for me to like have a stress relief. Because then I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to worry about anything but driving and not getting into an accident. But like I don't have like the worries of like school, the worries of like anything else. I just drive and I think, or I listen to music.
Because you have to drive.
Yeah.
Trapped in a car. There is something pretty convenient about this. It's kind of like when you think about the numbers games that we talked about and the balancing school and streaming, we always think, what can I do right now that's optimal? Maybe because we grew up, some of us, with playing video games. You always think how to min-max life. What can I do right now that's productive? Oh, I don't know, played a game today, watched an anime today, it wasn't productive. I didn't use my time correctly. But then when you're trapped in a car and you drive somewhere, there's nothing you can do. You're there.
Yeah.
But you could think about how to optimize things while you're driving. Like, okay, what have I done today? Oh, I did this. What things could I do to improve on it? Or where is my time being wasted on? You could do that while you're driving.
But you can't actually do the things. You can only think about them.
But
everything is gonna stay for later. Yeah.
But that's such a big part of it because planning takes so much time and energy already. So if you plan all that while you're driving, then when you get home and you start implementing it, it's a lot better.
I think that's the issue. What you just said right now, planning takes time and energy. In my head is like, no, planning does not take time and energy. And then even if I think and plan, which does, like you said, take time and energy, my brain is like, you didn't do anything. And I think that's one of those big things that I struggle with. How to respect yourself more, planning, thinking about stuff, making a list of things you want to do, goals. That it is something that costs energy. It's hard work.
It actually is, because I'm gonna get this is my biochemistry coming out. So the part of the brain that is activating when you're doing an activity, you planning an activity stimulate those same neurons. So essentially it's costing the same in terms of brain power. I'm trying to use very simple terms
so if I imagine myself climbing a mountain, in a way it is activating neurons that are similar to actually climbing a mountain.
Yes. It's not the exact neurons, but it's very similar. That's why the idea of imagining training, I think that's what it's called, when you're imagining yourself doing it, when you do that actual task, it actually helps you. It's because the same pathways are being activated in the brain.
I think I come from this old family and way of thinking that, no, if your body didn't sweat, if you didn't actually go out there and climb the mountain, it doesn't count. You didn't do anything. And that's the easy way to discard any kind of effort, even just thinking about stuff. And that's bad. It's really bad. I'll take what you said. I'll try to go with it. I also know I worked with Lucid Dreams a while back. They what was it, 10 years ago? They put me into a big EEG, a big not EEG, a big well, there was an EEG, but also a big
ECG, electroencephalogram.
Yes. What's the name of the big machine that they put you in? Sounds like a rocket and they scan your brain.
Oh, MRI.
Yeah, MRI.
Sounds like a
So they put me in
rocket.
MRI with an ECGs and EEGs and everything. And I was trying to get into lucid dreams while I'm connected to all the wires. And we didn't manage to do it, but we did talk about alpha waves and beta waves and so on that the brain produces when you dream. And in a way, they figure out that when you dream, your body, your brain waves act like you're actually awake and actually doing everything that you're actually doing in a dream.
Yes.
So if you're running in a dream, your brain produces neurons like you're actually running in real life.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. And what usually happens is sleep paralysis when you wake up and you can't move your body. So a part of our brainstem, the okay, just say I'm gonna try to keep it simple for me. Try to keep it simple. Okay, sorry. So what happens is there's a chemical that gets released from our neck down, so we're paralyzed. So those things happening in our dreams, you don't actually activate it. If that part is damaged, you will do all the things within the body. Your body will act out all the things in the dream.
And if people ask how do we know that, it's because many years ago there were no rules to experiments, and people did experiments.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I read an experiment that I could not retrace anywhere else. It was one of my books, and in psychology, and they said that a weird doctor interrupted the dream part in cats and made a cat unable to dream. Every time a cat would go to a dream, they would let the cat sleep, but when a cat starts dreaming, they would interrupt and wake up the cat. And after like 30 days or so, the cat died, kind of proving that you have to dream to survive. And I never found anything about this afterwards.
What?
But
I don't know about that one, Chief.
it's just an example of some crazy experiments that they used to do back then.
Yes.
Illegal today, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes.
But getting back to that thing, so what happens with sleep paralysis, since your body like paralyzes itself, is that there is a disconnect within the signal, so you wake up, but the chemical is still like paralyzed the rest of your body. So you're like, oh my gosh, I can't move my body because there's a disconnect there.
I said psychology, not Scientology.
Scientology.
Psychology. Very, very different topics, not Scientology. The only thing I know about Scientology is from South Park, and it's not good things.
I don't know anything about Scientology.
Oh my gosh, from South Park.
South Park had some episodes about Scientology that made me think Scientology is very dangerous. So
No comments. I'm not gonna comment on that. But
All I
you're
know,
pretty much correct.
all I
to each
know is
their
like
own.
when I was driving through a different state once, I saw a giant building called the Church of Scientology, and I was just like, "What is this?"
Do you know that the Flying Spaghetti Monster, they actually have a church and they actually have wedding ceremonies now? I think New Zealand accepts them. So you can actually
What?
marry in the Flying Spaghetti Monster church now.
Imagine just
mean,
getting
listen.
married there.
Listen, I mean, people get married to robots, AIs, themselves, body pillows. So I mean, there's like, it's not the weirdest thing that
It's not.
happened.
It really isn't.
Church of Scientology is something.
I don't know what it is. I just drove past it once. I was like, huh. And I tried to Google what it meant, and I could not figure it out.
It's a religion, like many other religions. Of course, any religion is your own choice. Obviously, my religion is the best, but that's what every person would say.
That's literally what
I'm
every person
agnostic,
would
sorry.
say.
He has
I'm
a
agnostic.
master. He has a master's in political science. He knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be careful with religion, you know, because religious people can take things a bit too seriously sometimes. I used to grow up in religion. Actually, we never talk about religion on the podcast. Are you religious? Because I don't think it came up any time this year during streaming for me. Nobody talks about my religion. Nobody talks about their religion. It's like, okay, who cares? Which is kind of interesting. This is kind of cool because there's a lot of drama and cancel culture and stuff like that in VTubing. But I think when we come to some things like politics or religion, we all agree that nobody should talk about that. Like, do whatever you want. Leave us alone. That's kind of fun. How we like, okay, adults will speak about us. We're VTubers, we don't care.
I mean,
and we got white faces.
I think the main reason why is because there is ignorance, because a lot of people don't understand certain aspects of it, so they can't really have an opinion. They don't have that much knowledge on, or it's the bandwagon effect. Oh, I don't know that much, but this person's really passionate about it. Let me just jump on there. And then when you actually have a conversation, sit down and be like, okay, what do you mean by that? How did you come to that conclusion? They can't really articulate. They can't really say anything back because they have no backing in that. And I think it's just because people don't have the interest of digging into that, or it's too serious. They just want to have fun. So that's why.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't really science that. That's belief at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people are afraid of talking about it, I guess.
I mean, of course, there's no science behind it, but there is the reasoning. Oh, this happens XYZ reasons. There's still logic and philosophy behind that. But again, people aren't going to spend the time to look into that when that's not their main priority.
Although there are political or religious arguments around video games or anime. For example, I once said that Elden Ring is not an open world game on stream, and I got lectured in a collab, a just chatting collab, by two people for 3 hours. I think they lectured me on why Elden Ring is an open world game. I still think it's not, by the way. I think RPGs are not open world. RPGs cannot be open world. It's contradictive concept.
I mean, listen. I mean, I would humor them. I would ask questions to the point where they're like, okay, can we move on? I'm like, no, we're gonna stay on this topic. You brought this upon here. We're gonna go until we're at the depths of hell. We're gonna get so deep that we're gonna be staring at the abyss, and even Nietzsche is gonna be like, okay, I regret even talking about the abyss.
I will say that sometimes I say stuff like that just to annoy people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a troll sometimes. I would say stuff like, all guys are actually idiots. And so many people get annoyed and hurt, like, Mimic.
People actually get so
really
upset.
Like, yeah, I really do. Yeah, guys are idiots.
It's so
People
funny
are
because
so
like
annoyed about it. Yeah, and it's like YouTubers are involved in drama more than other people, and people are like, well, Mimic, do you really think that's not fair? I really think so.
Man.
Yeah. Why do you have a problem? That's yeah.
It's so easy to push people's buttons. I mean, if they get angry and all that, you win the argument.
Yeah,
as long as someone's buttons are pushed, you kind of win the argument there because they're upset. That's all it takes. Is just one person.
The only problem is
upset.
that I'm really sensitive, and I don't want to offend friends. Like I had this take against VTweeters, like people who say that they're gonna debut anytime soon. And for like a year they didn't debut yet. I'm still waiting, and I have some friends like that. And some of them got really offended when I said something like VTweeters, not really VTubers. And they're not. If you're not producing any kind of video content, you're not a VTuber. At least make a TikTok video or something. Be in someone's stream. I have people that I know who didn't stream or produced any video content. Not YouTube, not TikTok, haven't been in a collab, never, nothing. They have a model, it's a PNG, and they're like, I'm a VTuber. You're not. You're not a VTuber. But if you dare say that, oh boy.
I mean, even at that point, you kind of say, like, you're not even a streamer because you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You can't.
But then where
you're not streaming.
Where did I say that? I said it on Twitter, like the nest of those people.
Oh no! Oh no! You already lost, bro.
And like,
he went straight there.
You get quote retweeted by one person like that, and you get crucified. That was wonderful. I will say my tweet got to like what 10 million views.
Hey, yo, that's a dub, right?
Yeah, but 3,000 likes, which if you know some Twitter statistics, 10 million views and 3,000 likes, that's not good. That's not good numbers. But we learned the lesson. I will say, going back to school and streaming, my last semester was very, very hard. It was my hardest semester in my life. Very, very difficult professor to deal with. And some things I wanted to happened in a complete reverse order and was just a mess. And it affected my streaming heavily. Affected my streaming, affected my tweets. I had very negative, I would say even passive aggressive tweets that I didn't even notice until one of them was like really passive aggressive. And there was this girl, and she says in her bio that she's a positive VTuber, gonna make other VTubers be positive and eradicate negativity from VTubing or something. And she actually writes a comment in my tweet, hey, I suggest you start doing positive tweets because it's gonna be more beneficial to your health. And then I like, wait, you know what? You're right. And I'm looking back and seeing every single tweet during that semester was negative. It was like, oh, we're VTubers, we're stupid. Oh, we're bad at games. We're always late to streams. We never do schedule. Funny memes, but all of them really negative. So that's kind of amazing how, not from a time-wise, but from your health or mental-wise, the school negatively affected my streaming.
That's so interesting because I feel like depending on the person, some people will say that streaming helps them with school. Some people will say that they find that streaming is like a relaxing break from school. But I think I've never heard anyone say like the way that they act. No, I take that back. I was supposed to say the way that they acted like on stream or like as a VTuber was was because of their stress in school. I take that back because the reason why I say that is because the person I am on stream is 100% different than the person I am at school. I have a clip to show that.
You hear that, chat? She's fake. She's not real.
She's two-faced! I knew it!
She's two-faced! Who's the real one?
Wait, does that mean half of your face is burned and half isn't? Wait.
Which half?
Do you have a
is
coin?
It up and down? Is it sideways? Is it like Voldemort?
Angled.
The back of your head?
The back of my head?
Wait,
but okay. So my personality outside of school and my personality inside of school is straight down the middle of two completely different people. And the reason why is because I can't be myself in school, and so I be myself on stream. I be professional in school. So this clip literally just shows you, if I could be like this at school, I would, but I can't. Here is the clip.
Oh wait.
Let me know when you're ready.
Wait, you didn't send me a link. You just send me a picture.
Because I can't send you a clip while we're. It's
and you sent me a picture of two clips. Which one is it?
The squishy one.
Oh, squishy. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. When I have scuff, I say what I do. I'm going to Nyx's Twitch. I'm going to Nyx's clips. I'm going to show all because she didn't do the new features clips thingies. And then I'm going to show all clips. And then we're gonna find squishy. Squishy. Oh my god, there's so
two
many
different
clips here.
things on the internet and one IRL. 3-faced.
8 months ago, 7 months ago. What?
No,
What?
it should be recent. Should be very recent.
Oh, you can't see recent clips anymore. You should know that.
What? You can't?
Yeah, so Twitch changed how clips work right now. You cannot see recent clips anymore. You only see featured clips. And if you go show all clips, it will show you clips by views. So what you should do, I found the squishy down below. What you should do is go to go to Twitch to your featured clip, 2 clips. You go to your Twitch manager, and you mark the 20 clips that you like to feature, and then you do feature. It will tell you can only do 20, but then you can do 20 more. So you can do it in batches of 20, but you can do more than 20. Just to choose your favorite clips and make them featured, and then when Twitch launches their social media kind of thingy experiment, they're going to spam your clips in there.
I've seen it. I've seen it spammed. I've seen other people spammed, but I didn't know that you couldn't find any other clips. That's kind of I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Well, whether it's gonna actually work or not, we'll see.
We will see.
I'm ready though.
Okay. I'll show. This is how I am. I if I could be like this in school, I would be, but I can't. I got a hoverfish. Look at his little face. His little fish is so cute. Wait, can I let him go? I want to let him go. How do I let him go? Guys, look at his little. He's cute. Oh, he's so cute. Bye-bye, little friend. I will name you Squishy. And you shall be a little Squishy. Oh, you're so cute. Give him... But yes, if I could be like that outside of... in school, I definitely would be, but I can't. And so... streaming for me is I get to be who I want to be. In which way? I
think
for the
I
professional
think
Nyx.
I think a lot of VTubers are allowing themselves to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's this big thing that people tell you always, be yourself. You know that?
Yeah.
And I always thought being yourself is you when you're most comfortable, like with your best friends, for example. You and your best friends sitting down and just having a chat or playing a game, and you're saying nonsense and do whatever you want. That's being yourself. By the way, should we move to the next topic? Because it's been almost 2 hours. We've only covered 2 topics, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Having fun today.
Let's do number 2. Do you set goals and why?
I mean, in what context?
Well, I've actually tailored this to you, Fumi. Fumi, tell us what goal are you trying to achieve at the moment?
I want to be the first man on the moon. Wait, hold on. Okay.
Woo!
I want to be
Wrong
the
script.
first person on Mars. There we go.
You can be the first VTuber on the moon.
Wait, what? Wait, hold
You
on,
can
man. I'm not a VTuber though.
But you can be the first VTuber on the moon.
Voice tuber, that still starts with a V.
Oh my god.
It still starts with a V.
Bruh, become a VTuber and then go to the moon. You're the first VTuber on the moon.
Okay. How about I give that position up? Who wants to be the first VTuber on the moon? That
Okay,
won't be
fine.
me.
Fine, take Mars. What's
Okay,
special
yes.
about Mars anyway?
I mean, new resources, terraforming, SpaceX.
Ooh,
Ooh.
SpaceX. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that one website that's not called Twitter anymore.
X.
I never done sex in space.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Wait, huh?
What?
Space sex.
I said SpaceX, not SpaceX.
Chad, he said space sex.
It sounds the same.
I swear I didn't say space sex. I said
It
space
sounds the same.
X.
Listen, that's me. I'm a mimic. That's what I do. Nyx, are you okay?
Nyx is dying.
Chad, have you
This is-
tried space sex?
Yeah, have you tried SpaceX before, chat? Wait.
Actually, we all have X now, so we're kind of all part of SpaceX.
SpaceX, you mean? SpaceX, sorry, SpaceX, sorry.
I can't
And,
even tell what they're saying anymore.
Twitter should actually be named X3 Nuzzles and not just X. Would be more interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, I 100% agree with you. I think we could petition this to Mr. Mr. Musk.
X3Nuzzles.com, Mr. Musk, or as you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
in the Rick and Morty universe, Elon Tusk.
Oh yeah,
Elon
Elon
Tusk.
does.
Elon Tusk. Yeah, he has great tasks in there.
Oh my gosh. Excuse me, this is a
Says a stream.
Wait, what's that? It's
What's
okay.
that?
She's hyperventilating. Don't worry. I'm a respiratory therapist. I got her. Hey,
It's normal with Nyx. The elves do that.
honestly. This is
It's
ape
an
sex moment. Yeah, I love
Ape
having
sex?
ape sex. I mean,
Ape sex
playing ape
Oh
sex.
my gosh.
Sorry, hold on. Okay, let me rephrase. I
Ape
love
sex,
playing
the-
ape sex.
The renowned game first-person shooter Ape Sex.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun, especially when you're having apes. I mean, playing ape sex with your homies.
Oh, with random people in chat.
Oh yeah, random people. Oh, that's the
Oh
best to
my
have
gosh.
anonymous apes. I mean, to play ape sex. Sorry.
Talking about the animal kingdom, I really love the Ape Sex Predators.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
We ruined Nyx.
Oh, what do you mean ruin her? She's always like this. I know what you're talking about, man. Alrighty, but goals.
Goals.
All right, the goals. Right.
Goals. Okay, I'm no
How do you
football
reach?
player.
How do you reach? How do you reach to Mars?
So you call in Elon and say, SpaceX is amazing. I mean, Okay, sorry. SpaceX is amazing. Then he'll let you on.
So if that's your goal, what did you do it?
I mean, not yet because I have to build a following. So people
Oh.
petition me to go. It's a whole like Ponzi scheme. Okay, don't tell
Ah,
my
I
chat
see,
that.
see, see.
But it's a whole Ponzi scheme, right? I have to start from the ground up.
I see.
Okay.
Oh, look at that offer you got from Biggie.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to do some play
Oh.
Apex with you.
Whoa, we got a collab. We did it. We got a collab.
All right, yeah, Biggie. I could show you the ropes. What I'm saying.
The Ape Sex
Yep,
ropes.
the ASEC.
Perfect topic.
Yeah, so that's another one of my goals, I guess.
Mm.
Ape sex
Ah.
with random. Apex.
Random or with people that you know?
I mean, okay. Is it weird to have it? I mean, play it with people that you do know or you don't know. Is it like a one and done type of deal, or is it like a continuous thing?
I will need to do it with people that I know. I think playing Ape Sex with people
Okay.
that I don't know. It's you don't always know what to expect.
I mean,
Life. You have
But
some
isn't that-
technical difficulties.
but that makes it, unique and like fun, right? The thrill of it is not knowing what to expect in Ape Sex. I mean,
Yeah,
in
but-
Apex.
What if they infect you with like a virus or something because they didn't have an antivirus in their system?
I mean, listen, you just take it to a witch doctor.
A leech doctor. Ooh, those that put leeches on you. I like that.
Yeah. Obviously.
You know, in our list of topics for the podcast, we have a topic we never even talked, but it was on the list since the first episode, which is the Discord virus links. They send you a
Oh.
link and then it just removes your server completely. So
Oh. I like
Yeah.
how this devolved. We had like a whole setup, and we're literally birdie. Like that plan is gone.
Oh, it happens. It happens a lot
The
more than you think.
blueprints Are nowhere to be found. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Written
Okay.
purpose.
Back on topic. I'm sorry.
What?
The amount of tangents. is
Never
ridiculous.
apologize.
No,
my
this has
full-
been
my
great.
my end goal is to be a full-time VTuber, which means that I will be able to make enough money to have an apartment and
Oh.
pay everything and live a normal life. Even get, I don't know, married and children and actually make a family and do everything through VTubing. I would love that. But
Ooh.
the more I do VTubing, the less realistic it seems. Because you understand how saturated and how crazy this is, and how rare are the people who actually manage to pull this off. But then every once in a while, you see people with, going back to the numbers, people with 1,000 viewers, 10,000 viewers, and it's just how to reach there. That's the big question. How to do it. That's my long-term goal. I don't know how many years this will take. I'm certain it will happen one day. I just don't know it will take 4 years, 10 years, 20 years. I don't know. But I will keep trying as long as it's possible for me. And even if I can't do it for money, I will do it for a hobby, just for fun. Because I'm genuinely having fun doing that. While at the same time, I'm doing everything I can, even looking for work behind the scenes, like VTuber managers and so on, to really, try and be more in this industry because I really, really love it.
I see. Do you have any short-term goals
Short,
within that?
yeah.
Yeah.
The short-term goal of last year was to be affiliated and reach 1,000 followers, which I did. I managed to do that. I even had, I don't remember what was my Twitter goal, but for some reason I managed to reach 10,000 followers on Twitter. I have no idea why, and I think this may be my imposter syndrome speaking. I'm thinking that half of them, at least, are graphic designer bots, GFX bots. I don't know what's the actual numbers. But that's my imposter syndrome. I also think whenever someone watches me on stream, some voice inside says, no, it's only because they don't have anything better to do. Another streamer they watch usually, they don't stream right now, so they can watch you. Stuff like that. So I go with small numbers relatively. I think my goal for next year is going to be just double numbers. 2,000 followers on Twitch and 20,000 on Twitter.
Gotcha.
Although the viewers should be the actual thing that I'm looking at. And you know what? Not the viewers, but the money you get. If it's subs, bits, and other monetary gains like merchandise and such. If I want this to be a job, I don't need to look at numbers at all. I need to look at the money that I make. Or I should say, I should look at the right numbers. Because the number of Twitter followers I have has almost nothing to do with my average viewers on Twitch.
Right.
So you gotta learn to look at the right numbers. That's something I'm still working on.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, it seems that you're taking this as more of a business, as you should, since you want to make this full time.
Yes. But I also understand that there's a lot of secrets to this business that I don't know. And I don't know if there's not many VTubers who manage to pull this off, to be actual streamers.
It's very little.
I would say,
but it's not impossible.
Yes, exactly. Unfortunate thing is that there's no book or something to guide you. You just have to take bits of information from other streamers and YouTube videos and talk to streamers, collab with streamers. I would love to collab. That's another goal I have, to collab with a big streamer, much bigger than me. Not for clout, but for learning experience. I would even stream with them off stream. Play a game with them or just chat with them off stream. Because I feel like I need to talk with a big streamer to learn more. What they've done, what kind of steps they took. And I don't want a YouTube video or whatever, my story or whatever. I don't know. No, I want a personal one-to-one conversation with a big streamer. How do I do that? I don't know. Hopefully. And that's kind of a theory I developed in the last few months. I don't think I will ever get to collab with a big streamer. I think I will grow with streamers and we become big together. So, for example, if you look at the VTubers of the last generation or before that, they didn't just suddenly become big and collab with the VTubers before them. They grew up with their own generation. For example, if you take Lives VTubers who became big, like the Myth Girls. They didn't go back and collab with Kiz and I and Mira Yakari and Himehina and the big VTubers of the generation before them. They don't know them. What they do is collab with the other Hololive girls or even sometimes the Sanji girls, their level, and they grow up together. And even now that they are bigger than the previous generation, they still don't collab with the previous generations. What I'm saying is that I may not be able to collab with Shyly or Iron Mouse like some people wish for me to do, and I really wish to do that. I'm probably not going to do it. It's probably impossible. What is possible is maybe Nyx or some other people I collab with, maybe Fumi, they will grow to that size one day with me together. And we become the next generation of big VTubers. So it's kind of like you can't force your favorite book writer to make a sequel, but you can write a sequel yourself. You can't make your favorite movie make a sequel, but you can, I don't know, go into movie making and make a sequel. You can't force a studio to make a game, but you can make it yourself. Kind of like that. That's my approach right now.
It's an interesting approach that you look at it, because I don't think many people have really thought about growing with another individual to that extent. I feel like it's a lot more of people will look to others who are bigger than them and to hope to grow from there. And then once they've grown up from that person, to jump to another person to keep on trying to grow from there. It's basically playing hopscotch or jump rope with who you know and who you meet, instead of staying with one person and growing with them.
Yep. But if you look at streamers, let's say Jenna Marbles and Higa, they were really big together. And then you have Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie big together. And then now you have Mr. Beast and his other gang. And it's every generation has their own names, and they don't really stream with the people from the previous generations because they don't know them, because they didn't grow up together.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mr. Beast, Moist Critical, and I don't know, Asmongold. They kind of grow together, so they know each other a bit more. So maybe they feel more comfortable streaming together or collabing. I don't know, but I don't see any of them going back and streaming with those big VTubers, streamers of the previous generation, because they're already done. What I'm saying is that by the time I'm as big as Iron Mouse, if ever, she might not be streaming at the time anymore. So thinking, oh, I gotta get big so I can stream with that big streamer, it's very naive and innocent way of thinking. The more realistic is I'll become big with other people, and we will be the next generation of streamers. And then we will have future viewers who would want to stream with us, but I will get to tell one of them one day, hey, you might not be able to stream with those big VTubers that you see right now, but you might be the next generation. Build your own generation for the future. Grow with your friends, and so on.
That's actually a really good way to put it, because I didn't even think about that. Because yeah, some people, they're not going to be streaming forever. Some people, they want to make it their career, so they will stream for as long as they want, but it might only be until like 5 years from now. And when you get to the number that you want to be at, there's no guarantee that the person who you admired, who you would like to collab with, is even going to be there anymore.
It's interesting because Felix, Mark, and Jack are different generations, in fact. I think Jack started getting big from a shout he got from Felix. Yes, Jacksepticeye got very big after PewDiePie. But when I say generation, it's like 10 years span. So they're the people in the 2010s to 20, or let's say 2015 to 2020 or something like that. So a generation of streamers or VTubers, like 10 years in span. Maybe with VTubers it's shorter because we relatively still new. We only started 2017, end of 2016. But you already have like 3 generations of VTubers in a way. And then you have the new indie generation, the little ones. And I can see people who grow up with me, people that last year we started together and we were very small, and then we grew together and now we still stream together. We know each other in a way. And there's some VTubers I know, some VTubers I don't know, but there's some VTubers graduated this year. But the new small ones in the small swamp of Twitch, we kind of know each other. It's small generation.
Now to get to
Like
that
sometimes
goal.
I will mention, yeah. Sometimes I mention like Nyx or Izu or someone like that, and some people, other VTubers, like, yeah, I know them. I know Nyx or I know Izu, and you ask yourself, how do they know them? That's the generation.
Recently I've had that happen a few times, and I actually had said to someone like, wait, how do you know me? I don't know if you knowing me is a good thing or a bad thing. I guess that's a good question to ask, how long VTuber generation is. That is true.
We don't know yet, but I would throw a number like 3 to 5 years. I think it's much shorter than streaming because in VTubing there's a lot of replacement. You can see the big corpos, they pump VTubers out like crazy, and VTubers also graduate like crazy. There's also cancel culture that I feel like it is bigger or easier with VTubers because you don't show your face. So I think the death count is the lifespan of a VTuber is smaller than a streamer, than a live action streamer. But we will see in the future. We don't have enough. We're only 6 years. We're only 6 years long. Could be like 2 years generation in VTubing.
That's true. Fumi, what were you gonna say?
I forgot. I forgot. Nah, it's good. I was like, I had a point, and then it escaped me. It's fine.
It will come back.
It will come back.
Hopefully.
I think Kiz and I expected her to keep streaming forever. I don't know, 10 years. And after 3 years, she's done. And the whole Myth girls are already at the level where they stream once a month, some of them. Or they take really long breaks. There's a lot of burnout in this community, in this industry. And you know what? I'm gonna say something outrageous.
Oh?
The big burnout comes from collabs. Collabs is something that is non-existent in normal streaming. Yes, they do stream together every blue moon, but usually normal streamers stream by themselves. They don't go and look for collabs. Well, VTubers, we have this Japanese concept of collab. We look for
I think my
collabs all the
Wi-Fi is
time.
going out.
By looking for collabs, you need to interact with a lot of people. And because VTubers, because you're involved with a lot of VTubers and a lot of people, some people cancel, some people say yes, say no. It's a mess sometimes. It's a lot of anxiety inducing, and it's very easy to burn yourself out. And maybe that's why VTubers have a shorter lifespan.
It could, because I know a lot of people who they refuse to do collabs because they barely even have any time to stream on their own. And so they have like a period of where they don't do collabs. So they just stream by themselves.
Take what Fumi just said about the brain working as hard as doing the action, even when you don't do it. And I'll think that you're scheduling a collab with someone. You're basically just thinking about what to do with them, what kind of activity, how to approach them, what message to write to them. You're already collabing with them in your brain.
Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of energy out of you too. Because you have to like really think like, okay, keeping a conversation with them, and then keeping a conversation with your chat, and then playing the game. It's
And
it's a
coordinating between your chat and the collab. Fumi, did you collab? How many collabs do you do usually?
Funny that you say that. I have a collab today right after this.
Oh, what kind of collab?
It is Bread and Fred, like Jump King for 2.
I know Bread and Fred.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I've done, I'd say, decent amount of collabs, like 10 to 15. It's not like a whole buttload, but it's a decent amount. And some of the collabs is literally, it just happens out of nowhere, or like someone will come to like VC and they're like, "You wanna play Smash?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." What? Like it happens very organically because I have a open door policy when it comes to not necessarily open door, but it's kind of like if you want to do something, and if I'm not busy like playing a game or doing something serious on stream, I'm down to do it. I think because it's very spontaneous, not all of them, but like a good chunk of it has been spontaneous where it just works burnout because of that. However, you need to have such a good relationship with them. You need to understand them on like a very deep level. You have this like in the sense that you're not just like friends IRL where you literally could just do something like on the fly. And I think that's important to have. If you have collabs like that, it becomes more organic and it's less work. It's just you come on, we play a game, we have fun, and afterwards you're done. Rather than, oh, are you free on Wednesday night? Oh no, oh frick. Oh, it's Johnny's birthday. Okay, let's reschedule. Like that's a whole like deal.
My dad's birthday. You have no idea how many dad's birthdays I got this year.
Really?
Dad's birthday at the last moment. Yes. There's like
at the last wait. At the last moment, I'm sorry, it's my dad's.
Okay.
Should you not know when your dad's birthday is?
It's my dad's birthday and I forgot. Yes, I'll tell you what. Many VTubers don't work with a schedule. Most of the VTubers I talk with do not work with a schedule. They don't remember stuff. 50% of the collabs that I schedule will be cancelled at the last moment. I have to remind VTubers 24 hours before that we stream tomorrow. We have a collab. Otherwise, they might cancel without telling me at the last moment, and I will always have to prepare a plan B. And this, I want to say that this is unique to VTubers. I'm certain this is more common in VTubers, but since I coach dungeon masters in real life, and we always look for new dungeon masters, I can see that in the post-COVID generation. It is something in the post-COVID generation that just it's easier to run away from commitment. I would very carefully say. And sometimes you don't need a real reason. Sometimes just you feel bad today. Just feel bad today, and you don't have an excuse. And the people who tell me they had that birthday, I genuinely believe them. People who tell me they went to the hospital suddenly, I believe them. People who tell me they went to the hospital, and then we reschedule, and next time they tell me that again they went to the hospital, and then they do it 5 times, that's like okay.
I mean,
where do they put the borderline?
Have a serious medical condition that they're not telling you about, or they're lying.
And then there's people who will give you an excuse, and then you will see them stream with someone else at the same time.
No.
Admittedly, this happened to me once.
No
only once.
way! Oh my god!
But this happened. This actually happened. I'm sorry. I got dad's birthday, and I forgot I gotta be there. And then you're like, okay, I'll do something else, and I stream, and I see them collab with someone else at the same time. And you're not going to tackle them with that, you know. It's like okay, I'm done with that person.
I'm so sorry, dude. That you have to experience that. Oh my gosh.
I will say, I've collabed with more than 300 people this year.
Oh my god.
At some point, okay, that's a cute VTuber. I'm gonna collab with them. And that's also why some collabs just don't work.
Oh, so let me ask you. So when you're looking to collab with someone, you just go on Twitter, look at their general page, and then like DM them like, "Hey, are you interested in
used to do that.
collabing?" Is that
now
what you
I also
do? Okay.
That's how
so
Mimic knows
look at
me.
their streams. I watch a bit stream, and I also want to watch how they, I want to watch how they stream with someone else, how they collab with someone else. I want to see, do they talk to chat over the collab person? By the way, and she kept talking to her chat and completely ignored me.
Oh gosh.
And that was such a bad feeling
Right.
that since then I want to see how they interact with their chat. Do they mute themselves? Do they want to collab at the same time? So I experienced a lot of good and bad stuff. Usually, what I do is I slowly approach them now. Sometimes they would say congratulations, like with Nyx, I was like congratulations on 1,000 followers and so on. And then I see if they go to my stream, if they visit me in my stream, it's a sure, it's kind of well, it's a bigger chance that they would like to collab with me. They would agree to a collab.
Right.
If they never visit my stream, might be that I'm bothering them. They're not really interested.
Right. Right.
And then you can approach them a bit easily. But sometimes you get no's. You get a lot of no's.
Okay. I mean, but Twitter is your starting point.
Yes,
Then you
because
go from-
on
okay.
on Twitter you can very easily, if their model is a unique model or a basic model, they're a YouTuber, not a YouTuber. They're I don't know, other stuff you want to know. What's their time zone, for example? Sometimes VTubers would write their time zone on their Twitter bio, which is very helpful for me. I want to stream
Right.
mostly with people from Europe because that's easier for me time based. I stream with people from Japan or Korea, which I love to. I would have to be morning or noon. If I stream with Americans, it would have to be my late night or even early morning, which is a bit more complicated. The more information I get, the better. And on Twitter, you get a lot of information, as well as the biggest information, how many people follow them. And although we say that numbers are not important, someone who has 5,000 followers might be a more trusty streamer than someone with 5 followers. Not necessarily, because I've seen people with a lot more than that who are completely not trusty and would easily cancel a collab with you. But it's a start.
It definitely really
Gotcha.
is interesting with like the numbers too and all of that. Is like you would think someone who has a lot more numbers would be much more trustful.
No, hell no. Hell no. I've seen YouTubers jump by 20,000 followers over a week, sometimes over a night, after one picture. In one case, it was a stolen picture. I've actually seen that. I'm like, what the hell
Oh
is
my
going
gosh.
on? And the next day, you can see someone with 20,000 or 40,000 followers. And like, oh my god, that's a god. But you don't know the story. You don't know that yesterday they had only 2,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
They just posted a lewd picture and bam, they got a lot of a massive viewership. Horror stories of Twitter.
There's
Oh
a
my
lot.
gosh. How about you, Neeks? How do you collab? What's your process of trying to get collabs with people? I'm just interested.
For me, depending like I think it really depends like how I know them first, because some people like it. I normally ask for collabs, but there have been a few times where like I've waited a few months after like getting to know the person to really ask them like, hey, do you want to do a collab? But I first tried to get to know them through their stream, and then get to know them a little bit off of stream first before I ask them for a collab, just to see if the vibes match pretty much. Because like you could definitely like say like you get along with someone when they're streaming, but then you don't know what they're really like off stream to really say if you're gonna want to enjoy streaming with them. And so like all the people who I've done collabs with, like I've gotten to know them through their stream and then off stream in DMs, and then I ask them if they'd be interested in doing a collab. But then sometimes people still say no, which is completely fair. But I don't.
I'm actually amazed that people say no to. Oh, they say no to hanging out off stream.
No to collabs.
That is so weird. Maybe it's the old way of thinking, but I understand why people would say no to me. I'm a guy. You don't know what I'm up to. But you're a girl. Why would anyone say no to you? And that's just it's my old world way of thinking that everybody in this platform is trying to get big and collabs are really important and you want to do everything in your power to socialize and network. But some people actually try to avoid that. They just want to be in their corner.
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't get it. I'm gonna be a bit selfish here. And please tell me what's wrong with me. We have this really big VTuber server that's coming up, and we gonna have the announcement on Saturday. And we worked really hard on building a server for a month now, making it a playground for VTubers to hang out and meet each other and creative and work together. And I know for myself that collabing and working together with other VTubers does work. It pays off. And then there's a lot of VTubers that I have worked with before, and I invited them to the server to be like beta testers. And some people said yes, and some people said no. And the people who said no, some of them did not give a reason. They're like, no, thank you. And I'm thinking, why? Why not get this chance? And obviously the answer is they have probably a million Discord servers. They don't want more.
Mm-hmm.
But because I know what the server offers, I'm thinking to myself, why not? You don't know me, you don't trust me. We collabed so many times. What, you don't think this is a big opportunity? You don't want to grow? You don't want? I don't know. And I know these VTubers who said no, they will join the server at the end.
Really?
Yes, all of them will join, and they will be like, "Oh, why? I'm sorry, I didn't join. I should have." And so I know that. My intuition tells me so. But it's like, why do you say no? You didn't even listen. Why? I don't get it. It's so weird. And maybe it brings me back to the collabs. I have this girl. I don't know if I talked about her here before. Maybe I did. She was the first person ever that I asked for a collab. Actually, if I go to my DMs, maybe I'll find it. And she said no. She had, I think, 1,000 followers on Twitter, and I had, I don't know, 50. And I introduced myself, and I asked her if she wants to collab, and she said, "No, your energy is not what I'm looking for." And I was so insulted. I was so offended. I was like, how dare she? She doesn't know me. She will collab with me one day.
Did she ever collab with you?
And I don't know. I never checked for a year. I don't know. Maybe I should go back to my first ever tweet to someone, my first DM on Twitter to someone, and see what's up with her. She's most likely graduated or gone from streaming. I don't know. But I'm still kind of shocked that she just blunt out said no. And that's it. No other reason.
But there's the people who they don't know how to respond to you and they just never answer you again.
Mm-hmm. I said not to hanging out with Nyx all the time.
I mean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, of course, to make it interesting. But let's say for her, she has been approached by many people who wants to ask for collabs, and from her experience, she just figured out that in order for them to get the message straight out, is just to say no and leave it like that, rather than trying to come up with a reason and them trying to defend themselves, give reason, and it costs so much time and energy for her. That's not worth it. Maybe that's what.
That is definitely true. And I've been conflicted with this. Would I rather have the straight truth to my face? Hey, I don't want to collab with you, and it's my personal reason, my personal decision. It has nothing to do with you, which makes sense. Or just the lie. Hey, I have a dad's birthday. Or maybe the silent treatment, just not answering, and then later tell me, oh, I've been really busy. Because VTubers will give all of these three reasons, right? Either you get a bland no, or you get a lie, or you get a silent treatment. And all three of them are offending. And I'm like, and I have friends who are like, maybe I just shouldn't collab with people at all. I'm just not going to ask for collabs anytime. That's it, done. I'm not collabing. That's the easy way out. It's just so childish. It's so childish sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, when you're asking for a collab, I feel that it's similar to asking someone out to like date or whatnot. You're putting yourself out there. You're presenting yourself. You're being a little bit vulnerable because you're going to them for a request, and then you're giving them the power to say yes or no. So I think
Mm.
that's the whole idea of the anxiety inducing part of it, especially if you don't know them super well, or you think that they not might not like you. I can understand why people have that fear, but even with you have that you having that fear, you should just ask anyways. Again, you might get the guy or the girl of your dreams if you just ask.
Mm-hmm. And I used to ask so many times. I would ask 10 to 15 people almost every day. And I got 10 to 15 collabs a week last year. And that was crazy. And you get a lot of no's, you get a lot of yeses as well, which is really fun when you get a good collab. You also get some really bad collabs at the same time. But every once in a while you get this bad memory. You just can't brush them off. I do wonder about that girl. You know what? I'm gonna go on my Twitter.
He's checking his old DMs. Oh
If I
my
didn't delete
god.
It's gonna be a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
go to my first
scrolling.
ever DM. I'm gonna scroll down to my first ever DM. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm just gonna check what's up with her. Let's see.
Nyx, what were you saying? Sorry. As he's checking that.
What was I saying? I forgot.
You were talking about asking people for collabs and how it's like asking them out to a date. Not exactly the same, but it's similar vibes.
Yeah, I still forgot. It was something on the lines
Oh.
of like asking for collabs, but I don't remember what it was.
Like asking someone bigger than you, or maybe asking someone to tweet something for you. Let's diverge this to asking to share your content, right? You can't just go to someone and say, "Hey, can you retweet my content?" It's cringe. But there's cases that this happen. So, for example, when I debuted with my human model, I was so excited. I just sent it to all of the people that I collab with, and I did not expect them to retweet that. I did not tell them to retweet. I did not ask anything. I just said, "Look at this model and tell me what you think," or something like that. And almost all of them send me their model, and I was like, yeah, I immediately went to mine and so on. And I'm happy to do it. But then, I have experienced some people who don't know me, that I never interacted with them before, come to my DMs on Discord and just send me a tweet or an invitation to their Discord server. And I'm here thinking, who are you? Who is that person? Which is kind of crazy.
That's where it becomes fun because you could mess with them a little.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, I mean, that's what I do. Like with spam callers, I pick it up and be like, "Hello, yes, who is this? Who am I talking to? You're trying to buy a house? Okay, let me give you the address." I do that all the time. My friends and I put on speakerphone so my friends could hear.
Oh my god, I found her. So, August 5th, last year, my first ever DMs for a collab. One of them didn't answer. One of them, I'm gonna see what's up with her right now. She said, I checked some of your streams and the energy and vibe is not my thing. Not my fitting. It's not my thing. And that's, I don't know, it's such a harsh reaction. Oh, actually I have another. Hey, I saw your tweets of collabs. So what I did last year, I searched in Twitter collabs and VTubers. And I went to some people who asked who wants to collab with me. And I DM'd them. And then this one says, hey, I need to get the feel of someone before I collab with them. I appreciate you reaching out. Maybe someday we can collab. So two people kind of didn't get the feel or my energy. And then Miu was the fourth one. And she immediately say yes.
That kind of shows you like how many times it
She immediately say
takes
yes.
It shows you like
So-
how long it takes someone to find a person to collab with, because for you it took four attempts just to find someone to collab with, and I think for me it also took me a couple of attempts because people just did not want to stream with someone who barely had any numbers or anything.
I didn't go to random people. I went to specific people who wrote in their tweets that they want to collab. It's kind of interesting to see where they are today. So one of the girls who said no, she's like 2,000 followers on Twitter. Admittingly, she's 5K on Twitch. So in that sense, she's much larger than me. I don't know how much she was back then. And the other, oh wow, the other is 73 followers. That's nothing.
Interesting.
But she's probably gone because last tweet was from November last year.
Hmm.
And Twitch doesn't exist.
That's very interesting. Y'all say that. I have a very, very different perspective, but I'll say this. I don't think I'm the norm. I think I'm the outlier in like a lot of scenarios when it comes to streaming for some reason. Maybe it's just my personality. It's me because I'm very unconventional with my way of thinking. But my first quote unquote collab, I mean, it happened so naturally. So it's another streamer. His name is Mselboim. Nyx knows who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what happened? Essentially, one of my viewers, I was taking a break because I had to go travel and I didn't have a PC for like a whole week. So he went out, looked for other streamers to watch. He encountered one. His name Mselboim. He liked his energy, and he told Mo about me essentially. And then what happened is he came to my stream. He was just talking in chat while I was playing, and then he just hopped on VC and we started playing Apex, and then we started voice acting and we started voice acting characters, and I streamed for 8 hours that day talking to that man, and that was our first unofficial collab. Then we had official collabs later in the future, and it happened so naturally out of nowhere. Is like, hey man, can I get on VC with you? I'm like, yeah, sure, man. I don't care. You seem like a cool person, and it worked out so well that our communities are melded. Very like, I mean, of course we have separate communities, but our communities know each other very, very well, and it just kind of happened. It's not necessarily, hey man, you want to collab on this? No, it just kind of happened, and that has occurred with several other streamers as well, where it kind of happened. It wasn't necessarily we tried to plan something out. I mean, later on we did, just for the sake of scheduling, because we got busier in our lives. But yeah, I didn't really have to do this scheme of, let me go to a random person I don't know and try to like collab with them, or that's my intention. It's just more of like the peoples I encounter, like, oh, you stream, bro? Oh, you seem like a chill person. Hey, you want to do this thing? Rather than, oh, let me just look for a. Oh wait, I'm just repeating myself. However, sorry, I was like, wait a minute, I think I said this already. But there is one streamer actually that I didn't do that. It's very different in how I approached it. Because one thing with me, I mean, I guess this is answering the second question I never got to because I was memeing too hard and we kind of got sidetracked. But there is a good chance that I might not be streaming anymore. So what I've been doing lately is looking at smaller streamers around my size or bigger and looking at watching people, see how they play games, see how they interact with chat, and I'm looking for people who my chat would enjoy watching, pretty much filling that Fumi void if I don't reach my goal.
That's
so
smart.
And then I started watching this person. She was really entertaining. She's really funny. She's able to entertain with entertain me very well. She's able to interact with chat. She knows how to do stuff on the fly. I'm like, this is perfect. I think my chat will love her. And I didn't tell her that I streamed or anything. I just walked in. I just watched as a viewer, right? I enjoyed her content. And then later when I was streaming, I'm like, okay, I'm done streaming. Who's there to raid? And I remember that person. I followed her and whatnot. I knew she was streaming. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna raid her. I think my chat will enjoy her. Instantaneously, my chat loved her. Um, they're giving me crap about it. They're throwing me under the bus. If you don't know, my chat bullies me a lot, relentlessly. There's many stories. Maybe another time, maybe another day. I don't know, but there's a lot of stories where my chat pretty much throws me under the bus. They did that with her, so that's
It's
how you
obligation
know.
to bully the streamer.
Oh no, it's worse than bullying. This is like actual cyberbullying. Like they could go to jail. It's illegal to cyberbully in the state of Texas, so they're breaking the law, even though
Oh.
they don't live here. But besides the point. So, and then from that, she knew that I was a streamer. And then she, like on stream, she was talking about like, hey, we should collab in the future because I would interact with her from time to time. So because of that, I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, she wants to do it. So I literally like DM her, not immediately, of course, because she was busy and whatnot. I did it maybe 2-3 weeks later, or like I was trying to come up with a good stream idea. It's not, oh, let's collab together. What should we do? It's more of, let me try to do something with you in a way that is that we could bounce off of each other very well. Our chats will enjoy it because I want to, whatever collab that I do, I want to be sure it is as good as possible, that everyone is enjoying it rather than, oh, let's just play this game. Okay, sounds cool. Like I want to make sure it's well crafted. So I pitched tried the idea like, hey, how does this sound? She's like, yeah, it sounds great, sounds amazing. I think our chats will enjoy it. And yeah, so I don't try to reach out to randos and all that. I try to build that rapport, even though it's very slow and it's a lot more work involved, just because I want to be sure that when I do collab, that the time and effort that I'm putting into it, it yields the best content possible. But that's just me though.
Mm.
It's a good natural way to collab, and I see that chat agrees as well.
Mm-hmm. Fumi, what
Yeah.
goal were you saying earlier?
Wait. Oh yeah. So this is my goal, chat. Oh yeah, I've kind of forgot about this. So by the end of this year, my goal is to try to get 800 followers with an average viewership of 30. I mean, if I get close enough, I mean that's good enough. If not, I'm going to not stream anymore. And breaks are super imperative when you're trying to learn something. It's called space repetition or spacing. It's a term that's used in the science community. Oh yeah, and stream is dead. Amazing.
Oh, no.
And we're back. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
we're about to drop again. I'm like listening, but I'm also like watching all of this on my end, and I'm just like internally dying, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
No worries.
Sorry, I got everything on the VODs.
No worries.
People of the future, we watch this at double time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the big thing. I just need to, for me, it's trying to put a fire under my butt to make better content, and then me getting the results of me trying to better that content to validate that claim. Therefore, I'll continue, spending the amount of time and effort into this, saying like, oh, like there are enough people, I feel like, that it's worth me to dedicate this time to do this thing rather than me trying to excel at something else.
So it's validating the concept in a way. If I look back in this year and I wouldn't have grown in anything, in followers, in being affiliated in anything, that would be a big issue. But since I see constant growth, even small one, that's kind of validating the concept. But putting those goals that you just said is a bit more realistic, and sometimes I think like I'm living a fantasy, expecting things to grow magically sometimes. So it's a bit more realistic approach. And if you can stop streaming, in case that it doesn't work, and do something else, that would, I think, be amazing, because many VTubers are stuck in this loop of not sure if this is gonna grow one day. Maybe like it's kind of like the equivalent of filling lottery tickets. One day I'll win, one day I'll make it, and maybe it's like it's beyond success anymore. You can't fix it.
Yeah, it's completely understandable, and that's why I always tell my chat. I mean, that also brings some urgency to my chat, where whenever I do stream, they should come in, because this is not gonna last forever. It's only for a moment. It's like a vapor in the wind. It's gonna be there for a quick second and then it'll be gone. So you try to be there as much as possible. Be there in the moment, seize the day, because it's going to go away eventually. I mean, for me, it might be 4 months if I don't hit my goal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to do that to like pressure my chat to make fake accounts and do all that. No, I'm telling them I want to do it naturally. And I'm not necessarily like giving them like, oh man, I can't reach this goal. I made it difficult and difficult enough so it's making me actually like not be compliant. Yeah.
You never go passive and rest. And also, you have to remember, it's not just followers. It's the viewers, average viewers, actually writing in chat, and not just lurkers.
Yeah.
While we do appreciate lurkers, you want people to interact with your stream.
Yeah.
And at the end goal, we also want subs and bits and such like that. Because more money means that you can stream more.
Oh, I mean, I tell my chat, okay, I have a complicated relationship with money and streaming. Not saying that it's bad. I tell my chat to spend their money not on me, on other people, on other things. Just because I want them to enjoy themselves. Let's say they're like playing a game. They're like, oh my gosh, it's lagging so. So I'm like, dude, go get more RAM. Oh, I'll upgrade this. I'll tell them. And then like next thing they know, they give me 10 subs. I'm like, bro, what the fudge? You could have put that into a new GPU. But they're like, but
you're more important.
But
and I'm like, no, listen.
Exactly.
Also, you can download RAM.
What's you can download RAM?
Yeah. Go to ram.com. You can download RAM.
What?
You didn't know? You can download RAM.
Huh?
Oh my god. Okay, so the Japanese VTuber industry of 2016, 17, 18, that's a bunch of inside jokes. And one of them is fit. And one of them is that you can download RAM. There's a lot of VTubers who are female, who are less experienced with
PCs,
video games and PCs. So sometimes like the game needs more RAM, and then chat we just download more RAM.
RAM. Yeah.
And some female VTubers will actually try to go to the internet and download RAM.
I would be one of those gullible people to go there.
Download RAM.
Yeah. But yeah, I tell my chat not to give me money. I say go to a different streamer who actually needs it because they're trying to live off of it or whatnot, or spend it on yourself. And they're like, and they don't. They do the exact opposite, and I get pissed. So like I
was the one who threw some bits.
Yeah, you're part of the problem. See here, Exhibit A, chat. Exhibit A.
Me.
Exhibit N.
Exhibit N. Me. He says, "Don't keep your bits, keep your subs. Throw some more."
No, I did not say that.
You did, and you kept on asking why am I giving bits, because I said I can, so I will.
Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can download more RAM doesn't mean that you should.
You're gaslighting your chat of not giving subs makes us want to give you more.
I get livid. I actually get livid. You don't understand. I banned someone. I unbanned them because it's like a channel point thing. They gifted me 10 subs. I'm like, bro, what the fudge? Why? Why do you do that? I've just abandoned you. Why did you give me 10 subs? This makes no sense.
I agree with Fumi here. It's very hard to ask for money. And any call of action, like please follow me, please retweet, please watch, please go this, go that. It's very hard to do that. But it's very easy to do that when I do it for someone else. So usually when I'm
100%.
when I'm on someone else's stream, oh, by the way, everyone, this is Nyx's birthday. She didn't get a sub. If you didn't sub for Nyx today, it's her birthday, and you have to sub for her, you know, for the happy birthday, Nyx. And then usually they get subs, and
Yes.
it's really, really easy for me to pump up people to give bits to someone else, but I will never do that to myself, which is a big problem actually, because at one point you need to call for action. You need to call the people to follow your Twitter, follow TikTok, check out your other stuff, because if nobody is going to tell them to do that, they won't just do it. And maybe I'm reminding other people to sub to another streamer that I like, but nobody's gonna do it to me. So at the end of the day, if you want to make a living out of this, you'll have to find a way to start asking for help.
Yeah.
Call to action.
Or finding like ways that you can, or something that you can do in order to increase that without the help of others. Because there are definitely ways, but it just depends on whether or not you want to do it.
I think one of the things I hate about YouTube, early YouTube at least, that every person was like, please follow, hit the like, hit the bell, it really helps me, guys, please do it. I just, oh, come on.
I mean, they still do that.
Yes. I feel like they did it way more. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the videos that I'm watching. But when I say stuff like that, I'm like, here's the link to my TikTok. I just started. Please consider checking it out and stuff like this. It's still really cringe to ask for people.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, this is not coming from me, okay? You could gaslight your chat and be like very tsundere like, and be like, well, I made a new TikTok or something, but like it's not like I'm.
Don't look at it. It's cringe. It's really bad. So please don't look at it.
See, and that's what I'm saying, Fumi. You say that in your stream makes everyone want to give you bits and subs.
Yeah, you just said it.
Hey, no. But
here's it works.
No.
Works.
No.
That's how it works. You say it. You say that in your stream.
No. Listen. Okay, but here's the thing. If I say, oh, please give me money, I need it. They call me an e-beggar. They call me an I lose either way. It's a losing hand. They have a freaking full house, and I got like a high 2 in my hand. What am I supposed to do?
This is high 2. Nyx has a short 2.
Oh, I mean,
what?
You get it because she's short.
She's short. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, that's true.
What?
Good one.
Huh?
Should we move to our I think final topic because we are running out of time slowly.
Yes.
Let's see.
Which number would
really
you like to do?
topic. I think we talked about number 6 a bit off stream. Yeah. You want to wrap it out with number 6?
Yes. I'll wrap it up with number 6. What do you do if a viewer asks you for stuff?
What, like, for like what specifically?
So
ask you for your stuff.
For example,
So I talked about tweeting your stuff. We can segue from that. Give an example, Nyx.
So kind of like a really common one is like someone going into your stream while you're streaming and ask if you want to collab, or ask someone in chat asking another person, can you give me a gifted sub?
Can you give me a shout out?
Or a shout out
Is this
to...
open voice chat? What the hell is this open voice chat? Can anyone join the stream? Are you playing with viewers? Hey Mimic, I really like how I divided it to, there's the rude people who would directly say something like, hey, do you wanna collab with me? Hey, do you wanna Mimic, can you shout me out? and then there's the passive aggressive people who are like, Mimic never collabs with me, Mimic never sub to me, Mimic never shouts me out. I shouted out Mimic, but he never shouts me out. I rated Mimic last time, but he never rated me. And this happens way more than it should. You can never collabs with me. So I started to go to call out people. Anthony, I'm never collabing with people. I'm never collabing with people. Every collab that you've seen was your figment of your imagination. Check it out. I've never collabed with anyone in my life. I just don't collab. And then here's the issue. Nyx can say that, and I will say, okay, let's do it. Why? Why did I say Nyx yes and Anthony no? Why? It's not fair, right? Life isn't fair. Life is a fucking mess. It's not fair. It's not fair. Yes, kids, after all, I know it. At least we told you that. But seriously, I decided that I'm any person, I don't care who, any person who asks me out for a, yeah, I said it, ask me out. It's like asking on a date. Any person who asks me for anything in chat while I'm live, I'm going to automatically say no and say we don't do it like that. If you want to ask me something, ask me in a DM. Send me a DM. And I started telling people, send me a DM about this. And they do. Anthony sent me a DM and we collabed. Is it a collab or not? He will have different reasons because every time I collab with him, it's like, didn't count, it didn't count. Can you give me ice cream? Yes, but only if you give me ice cream in return.
Oh, oh yeah, I'll give you some ice cream, all right. Sorry.
Oh, it's you, Fumi. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never mind.
Me.
No. But seriously though, there's also the passive people. The passive people will do something like this. And to those who don't read chat, they will write something like, I got a new model and put emojis. Do you wanna see? I don't know, you've probably seen that before. If not in your stream, then in someone else's stream. I see it a lot. I used to see it in my stream. I don't see it anymore because in the podcast, I'm kind of starting to call out those kind of people and say, don't do that.
Every time Mimic calls someone out, they never show up again.
Yeah, and I did lose viewers. I see those viewers in other people's streams, and they still do that. Hey, I got a new model. Do you want to see that? I got a new clip. Do you want to see that? And now, when they say, do you want to see that? I would say, yes, send me in a DM, and I would look at it later. And maybe I'll send them a DM. Oh, it's looking really good, and so on. They expect me to show it on stream.
Nah.
I see, bruh.
Now, Anthony says I used to be that guy. Less than what I'm talking about. Anthony, you haven't seen. Oh, you haven't seen the Cloud Chaser. You haven't seen nothing. It was before your time. But you never. I guess Anthony can reassure that you never think you're doing that. You never know you're doing that. Everyone knows what I'm talking about very well because he's been there in my chat for a while. He's seen that stuff. I haven't seen anything yet, but you haven't seen me too. That's true. I'm saying though, the people who do that, they are genuinely excited for their stuff. They don't actually ask you to do that, but then some of them would actually say stuff like, hey, I'm gonna stream, can you come and hang out and watch my stream? Or stuff like, hey, can you shout me out? Sometimes they would say that. They would ask it in different words. Oh, I would really love your help. And then usually answer with stuff like, okay, send me in a DM. I will check it out later. I'll tell you what my opinion. And then they would disappear. Because in some cases, they would actually genuinely expect you to shout them out or watch their stream or show their stuff on your stream. And the general idea is do not talk about your stuff in someone else's stream unless you're very specifically been asked. Fast, hey Anthony, what's up with your when is the next stream? Okay, that's a key option. That's That's a door open to talk about your stuff. But don't just join someone else's stream like, hey, I'm gonna stream later. I don't give a shit. Nobody here gives a shit.
Dang. I don't think I've experienced that at all. I think the main reason why I guess a lot of my viewers aren't streamers.
That's smart.
And that's, I think, has a really big difference too. Is like if your chat is just full of streamers or like other streamers who either one play the same game as you or is also like a VTuber, some people are more inclined to talk about themselves. Whereas like if you are just a viewer in someone's chat, you're not a streamer at all. They have no reason to talk about streaming other than like your content.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a person that you recently collabed with or are collabing with today or like the next stream. And so that's like
Also,
a really big difference. Go ahead.
I decided that every time I talk smack about someone, I'm also gonna say something good about them. Anthony, I said it a lot, he is a perfect example of a good viewer who will always find something to say about the content that I'm actually delivering right now. If I'm playing a game, he would talk about that game. There's people who just don't know how to talk. VTuber gotcha bot. Is this a bot? There's people who don't know what to talk, so they just won't talk at all. And then there's people who talk about their life trouble. And then there's people who would talk about the streaming. But in general, imagine you're going to someone else's home. You enter in their house, and you constantly talk about how your house is better. Oh my, well, not better, but oh, I also have a house. Oh, I also have closet in my house. Oh, I got a really big sofa in my house. Okay, I don't care about your house. Think that you're going to someone else's shop, and you're constantly talking about your shop. Oh, in my shop we have this. In my shop we have that. You can understand why it's kind of cringe.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's a part of streaming. We didn't invent this. We're not the first ones to complain about this. We're not the last ones.
I see. Interesting. I think a different perspective just because, a lot of my viewers are not streamers. And usually it's, since I like to interact with my chat, see what's happening in their lives, I would ask them like, hey, what's up? How's this going? What are you doing? Anything in particular? If someone does art, I'd be like, oh, what are you drawing, dude? Like, hey, send it. And I would, sometimes I would show it on stream, sometimes I wouldn't. But these would be people that I've known for a while.
Yes. That's a huge difference. I want to say, we're just talking about this, and Arrow is testing his gacha bot on the stream. And on one hand, I want to say, Arrow, this is exactly what we've been talking about. Don't show off your stuff in someone else's stream. But it's Arrow. We're working on a big project together, Aaron, me, and Nyx. He's a good friend. We've been hanging out for a year now together. We know each other very well. I can go to Arrow's stream, and he streamed on Kick. I went to stream on Kick, and I was like, Arrow, I need you to shout me out right now. Shout out my Kick, and I didn't have a Kick, so I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
We can do it to each other because we're friends. But then some people might see that, and they don't know what they interaction. They see and think, oh, I can send stuff to the streamer. And I'm to be blamed of inviting people to collab while they're in my chat. People that I know, people that I collab with in the past, people that I want to collab with, and they come to check out my stream. And I'm like, do you want to join voice chat right now? Sometimes it worked. And remember, we had, I think it was Stippy, who joined, she was in voice chat, and we played Zero Escape, and I was like, hey, it's Stippy, do you want to join the stream? And she was, I think it was her first time in someone's stream, but the thing is, the result is, from that, some people might see it and think, oh, that's an okay thing to do with that streamer.
Gotcha.
So gotta be very careful with that.
Interesting.
Yeah, being a VTuber is a net of complicated issues because of this collab tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of VTubers have mental issues. Not jokingly, it's a serious thing, and a lot of VTubers deal with anxiety and depression and more stuff, and ADHD. And whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to dump yourself in and deal with that kind of stuff as well. Even if you are completely perfect, no diseases, nothing, your mental is perfect, you will have to deal with people who have mental disease. Even if, okay, here's an example. I am not dealing with autism. I don't know anything about autism, but I've collabed with people who have autism. So, in some cases, they would tell me about it. Okay, I need you to know this and this and that about me before I stream, and I will do my best to be understanding.
Right.
So the example is that even if I am not dealing with autism, I will have to deal with autism when I want to collab with other people. I'm not LGBTQ. I will have to deal with LGBTQ with all the pros and cons when I stream with someone who is LGBTQ. For example, if a hater would come to their stream, they might come to my stream, and I have to deal with it. A personal example. I'm Jewish. A person I collabed with got someone to say "fuck Jews" on their stream while I was collabing with them. They would never have dealt with that kind of shit without collabing with me. So in that sense, they might not be Jewish. They might not dealing with Jewish problems, but they dealt with Jewish issues because they collab with me. So in a way, you're going to deal with the whole community, the whole shit, just by collabing with people, by being on Twitter, by being on social media. It's enough that you like a post by someone, you already have an opinion, and people with the other opinion might not like you. Be careful, Mimic hates that ban. Yeah, I don't like those bans because when I was
I saw it on
the command ban, I was in Arrow's stream and he did that jokingly on someone. And that lost I mean, maybe the viewer is still there. I felt so bad for that viewer.
Dang.
So I did a reverse one. You type the exclamation ban, and it's like a reverse Uno, you banned yourself.
Love that. But going back to that topic though, I think that is true. I mean that's with anything in life. If you interact with someone, you have to deal with their BS or whatnot. That's just human nature. Now, what makes it different when we're streaming is that there's a lot more eyes on you. And I think this is a key component about you being a streamer is that you have to have tough skin. You have to have an ego, just even a little bit. If you don't, you will fold like a lawn chair.
And you know what that reminds me of? Politics. It's the same thing.
Baby. Baby, it's full circle. Yeah.
It's a full circle.
I didn't want to. I have specifically said to myself, I do not want to work in. I love learning about politics, but I will never be a politician. And here I am dealing with people's shit the whole day. Getting not cancelled is a successful game. It's like a day you were not cancelled is a successful game. How do you apologize for stuff you've done? Do you apologize? Do you move on? And then people asking you for stuff non-stop. Man, we're politicians. That solves the dilemma.
Yeah, y'all are politicians. How does it feel to be a politician?
Great question. We're still learning.
Day, not getting cancelled. Let's fucking go.
Exactly.
Well, I see a lot of people graduating. I have so many people that I know who graduated this year, which is really sad. Sometimes it's people that I really wanted to collab with that person in the future again, maybe, and suddenly they're gone. And it's not one person. There's a lot. There's actually a few people that you guys don't even know. People from like 8 or 6 months ago that I really wanted to collab with them more, and now they're gone. It was
that's sad.
D&D creator. Was a D&D creator. I actually never got to play D&D with him. I really wanted to.
Wi-Fi
knows?
crew, no
Reconnection successful.
Yay, we're back.
We're back. I don't know how far we're
catch
back.
up Fumi on his channel in 2 hours. I'm going to tomorrow Friday's no stream. Actually, it's already today, right? Today, tomorrow. It's today. It's Friday. No stream Friday. Saturday, I might stream afternoon. We'll see how noisy my family members are gonna be here. But Saturday night, Nyx, I'm gonna give a shout out to Arrow.
Go for it.
Arrow in a nutshell. Please check out Arrow in a nutshell. Well, we can only do it in 50 seconds from now. But please check out Arrow in a nutshell's channel because we have a very big announcement on Saturday in Arrow's show, new show, VTuber Party Time. Nyx is gonna be there as well as me and Miyu and Silinx. We're gonna be the first participants in his show, and we're going to announce the big VTuber server that we have been working for. Working in the past month and so on. So please check it out. And Nyx, what about you?
So because I finished my exam yesterday, that went so bad.
Congratulations, though! Woo! You're free.
I'm free for now until I have to go back to school. I actually don't, other than Saturday on Arrow's stream, I don't have anything planned. Because I had to take yesterday off from work to go take my exam, so I had to go back to work tomorrow to make up my day. Actually, no, I lied. I'm stupid. I have a stream tomorrow night.
Stream tomorrow!
Wait, I forgot. I have a stream tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
I would never get Americans when they say something wrong by mistake. They say, I lied. Lying is intentional.
I mean,
I think it's a phrase.
Yeah, it's a
it's like I lied. No.
It's
raining outside. Nope, I lied. It's if you didn't know, you didn't lie.
I mean, if you're ignorant, wait, does that mean ignorant people lie all the time? Wait a minute.
Or they never lie. Stupid people never lie.
Wait a minute.
That's a great solution. Just be stupid.
Way.
And you can do whatever you want.
Wait, so if I go to court and if I'm stupid and if I say something, I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't know that. Does that mean I can't be charged with perjury? Yo,
Well,
let's go!
That's why a lot of people on court say they have mental issues so they can get an easier punishment.
Okay, I'm learning. I need this for later on. Don't ask why. Don't ask why.
Don't use it if you're smart. Smart people will get onto you. They will be onto you. They're like, you're not stupid. I know you're not stupid. Only this too. Actually, that's a secret. I used to say a lot this year that I'm stupid when I missed stuff and I insulted people and I offended them. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Until I met Peony. And Peony, she told me, Mimic, you cannot say that. Because you're an adult, you have a master's degree. You have lost the right to be stupid.
I say that all the time.
You've lost the right to be stupid.
Dang it.
Be honest. You didn't give a shit about someone. You were lazy. Be honest.
Oh, I say
stupid.
that.
You had other priorities.
All three of us have lost the right to say that.
We've lost the right to be stupid once we got into university. Nyx, are we rating someone? Oh wait, our goals. We need weekly goals, Nyx.
We need weekly goals. Fumi, what is your weekly goal? What is one thing you want to accomplish?
Every week we... Yeah.
Something I know.
Use a Beyblade to split the storm apart. Oh, you know the story? Let's go!
Oh my gosh.
My chat taught me. Moses uses Beyblade to open the sea.
So Nyx, you just need Beyblades. Just ask your parents to buy it for you or something.
Put Beyblades in your router, in the Wi-Fi.
Oh my god, I'll put it right next to it. I'll put it right next to it.
Fix the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
My goal, fix my Wi-Fi.
So Nyx, fix Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I'll go with open the VTube Wizardry server fluently. Fluently means I'm gonna be a customer success master now. I'm gonna make sure that everybody's there. Everybody remembers that we're doing this. Arrow is there, and nobody goes Manhattan or depressed and disappears. No tech issues. Everything works perfect. And then in the server itself, we're gonna have no issues, and any issue I will open. I will deal with them personally, instantly. First issue is probably gonna be GFX bots that will find a way to get inside. We'll have to find more mods, and we're gonna deal with all the scuff and shenanigans. There's probably gonna be drama and cancel culture, and we're gonna have to kick people out. And, I don't know, and just overthinking. But we're gonna fix everything, and then the link will not work, and stuff will not work, and something will not work, and someone will get angry. Why does that person have that role, and I don't get that role? And pineapple and pizza and pineapple not.
Sounds like a personal problem. I mean, sounds like a massive
Skill issue.
Yeah. There you go.
Skill
Yeah.
Anthony, you're gonna be the GFX ban master.
Wait, what?
A lifetime goal right there. I'm worried because I had a really good pre-join the server question that used to work on my server, but now it stopped working. I got some GFX bots on my server. And I'm like, no! What did I do wrong? They become smarter.
Smarter? Like the Terminator? Wait a minute.
Yes, because they're not actually bots. They're actually people who get paid to do that. They're not actual bots. We call them bots, but they're not actual bots.
Oh, I thought they were like, AI bots. And I'm like, oh gosh.
No, it's actually real. It's worse than AI. It's real people who get really, really low salary to do that, to scam other people online.
That's
it's
unfortunate.
Very. Fumi, what about you? Do you have any goals that you would like to accomplish? And I'll check back you in a week to see if you've done your goal.
Get my females fan drunk again for content.
What?
Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay.
Get female fans drunk again for content.
Whoa. Don't put that down. That was a meme answer. Okay, that was a meme answer. Maybe.
LOL meme. 3 dots. Unless. JK. Unless. We've been talking about this a lot. VTubers sometimes will say something they want to do, but they don't know this. Like at JK. Unless.
Oh, I thought people just say in Minecraft. You know?
Yeah. Also, what if our lips would meet? Haha, JK. Unless.
Oh my gosh.
There's a VTuber. She's streaming right now. And she tweeted something yesterday, and someone actually wrote to her, "What if we kiss?" And I was like, "What the hell is going on? Is that real?" I'm gonna go to the chat later. I'm gonna laugh at her.
Oh wow. That's a good thing to do, right? I mean, just say you're stupid. It works out, right?
No, well, actually, she can't be stupid. She's not in university yet. She has a few more until she gets to university. She has a few months to be stupid.
Dang. Alrighty.
So that's your goal. That's a good goal.
Wait, what? No, that's not my actual goal. Hold on.
What's your goal?
Wait. I have a special guest coming on the stream in about a few days, so hopefully that stream to go well. I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll see.
Make the next collab go wow.
It's not really a collab. Let's just say it's a guest. Not necessarily. They don't stream, but my
Make
chat
the next
knows
guest go wow.
Oh no, she's not gonna go wow. Just saying.
Think how you can make her go wow.
Is
that
mean,
your mom?
if I...
Are you bringing your mom to stream?
No, it's not my mother. If she heard this, she would be so offended right now.
Tell her, hey mom, do you want to be on my stream? Maybe she'll agree. You never know.
Oh my god.
There are better ways to say you're bringing your girlfriend to stream.
It's not my girlfriend, I promise. Oh my god.
I will have to pop into that stream to see who this guest is.
If you want to see
sister,
who it
cousin,
is,
neighbor, beautiful neighbor, you gotta go to his stream to
What?
check out.
you come to my stream to check out. Sorry, I feel like I'm really shilling myself out here today. It was not
Oh.
intentional, I promise.
Let's give-
but
I have
this
one
is
more clip
part
for Fumi.
This is part of our podcast. One more
Mhm.
clip.
I have one
All
more clip
right,
for
we didn't
Fumi.
see the second clip.
We do
Oh
have
my
a second
gosh,
one.
it's this one.
We have a
I got
second
it
clip.
ready. Where's the clips? Desktop, not the hollow one, not the other one. Got it ready. Tell me when you're
Okay.
ready.
I am ready.
Why don't you shake my thenar prominence?
Let's go.
Do you even know what that is?
Oh, I'll make him know. Do you want to rub Galia Aponeuroticus together?
Why no?
You want to rub thenar eminence? Oh, yeah. Give me a high Galia Aponeuroticus.
That's what happens when a med student is a streamer.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, we were talking about hand anatomy. You know, like when you want to give someone a high five or like give a handshake. That's what we're talking about. Thenar eminences and whatnot.
Anatomy.
Yeah.
If you want to
I mean,
learn more about the physical body, check out Fumi's stream.
Yes.
I don't-
All
I
kind of
don't-
stuff like where's the pee-pee, where's the poo-poo.
I mean, yeah, we do talk about that. We did go in depth about that stuff. It was a very interesting stream.
Oh
I
my
drew
gosh.
diagrams and everything. It was very listen. It wasn't horny. It was educational. You could tell your mom that.
Is your girlfriend single? Is your mom single? That's what we
Oh my
need to
gosh.
know. Am I right, chat?
Wait, you mean
That's,
my biological mom or like my mommy? You know,
That's
they're
one
different.
more of the three traditions of VTubers from Japan. That's fit. That's what was the other thing? Download RAM, and is she single? Any person who's been talked about, your sister, your mom, your girlfriend, are they single? That's the first question.
What's up?
To
I
please
mean,
tell your
some,
sister.
a VTuber has sent me feet pics before, but that's besides the point. Anyways, that's a story for another time.
That's a story for when Fumi is in his stream and you ask him that.
Ask him about fit in his stream.
No. Don't ask me that on stream. Do not ask me that today, okay? Ask me any other day, not today, okay? When I'm streaming with another VTuber. She
Not
doesn't
today.
know that, okay? Not
When he's-
today.
When his girlfriend comes to the
No,
WoW
it's
stream.
not my girlfriend. Oh my god.
easier to ask then.
Mhm.
Yeah, tell her. Hey man, I know you don't know this, but yeah, a VTuber sent me feet pics. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so funny.
So, Nyx, who
But
are we raiding today?
we are gonna raid out to Chubb's Buns. Thank you, Fumi, for joining the podcast today. I know I had asked you before, and you're just
Yes.
kind of like, why? But thank you for still joining.
Yes, of course. Hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. I don't know how the other podcasts are, or the other guests are, or whatnot. Hopefully, I was memorable, made it a little bit funny, haha. But at least you get some value out of it. I give you a new perspective, maybe a little rocking your shoe to think about. But yeah, thanks for having me.
All guests are memorable,
Yes.
at least in our hearts.
What's up?
Oh, and next week we're gonna be on my channel, same time, Thursdays. I completely forgot what
I
it
will
is. 6 p.m.
actually-
GMT. No, maybe not. Nyx will update us.
I will actually, it might be. I will let you know.
Nyx will let us know. The next week guest we'll see if she can make the new time then, and then we will let you know who's the.
Yes.
We'll let you know. We're
I
gonna
might be
talk
mixing
about
up
this
my weeks.
afterwards and check out the schedules.
Yes.
So thank you everyone, and let's give some love to the raidee.
We will go say hello to Chubbs, who is playing Phasmo.
Phasmophobia.
I'm excited
Even
for
though
their
it came
new.
out.
I'm excited for their new update.
It's a new
They
update.
have exciting updates. Every month they have an update.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot! I haven't
That's
played
why
it because I'm a
it's
scaredy cat, but I should check
Mm.
it out.
Oh. Bye,
See you,
folks. Bye, everyone. Have an amazing
Bye-bye.
day.
Bye.
Gonna let that go for a few seconds before I close it out.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like everyone went over.
Yeah,